All right, all right, all right. I think I am live. Hello, everybody. Is this thing on? Hello, hello. I think this is on. I think everyone can hear me. Hello, hello. Let me make sure here that the correct microphone is on. Let me just double check something real quick here. I think it lets me check that. It's not as loud. Not as loud as it okay, now it is. I was gonna say, hello, everybody. So let me know if you can't hear me. It looks like the little green bar's moving now. It was, like, not as loud as it was, normally, but now we are. So hello. Good to see you. Happy Friday to most of you. Happy Saturday morning to some of you. So happy to be here and excited to see what messages come through from Spirit this evening. So we will get into that here in a moment. But we'll, as we always like to do in the beginning, we're going to come back to this moment with a deep breath, and then we'll bring in the beautiful singing bowl as well and have some wonderful energy flow through. So if you want to join me, we'll take a big deep breath in, hold it for as long as you feel comfortable, a slow release, just coming out of the future, coming out of the past, coming out of all that chaos and lower vibrational energy of the outside world, coming back to right here, right now, where there is eternal unconditional love and peace and gratitude, joy and laughter and play. So if you want to join me, let's start there. So we'll do a big deep breath in again and slow exhale. Here we go. Beautiful. And then I will hit the singing bowl 3 times. And as I do, we can just imagine this beautiful waterfall or pulse of beautiful, eternal, unconditional love energy just emanating from our hearts, flowing into our minds and all our thoughts, into our emotions and our heart, into our bodies and all our cells and our blood and our joints and our muscles, and into our physical, well, our physical being, into our energetic spiritual being, into our chakras, our meridians, our auras, and then flowing out to the outside world. Let it do what it wants to do out there too, right? Help raise the vibration because the world can definitely use some love, sweet love today. So we could do that. And something we can do immediately to help raise our own vibration is, of course, think of something that we're grateful for right here, right now, in this moment, and that immediately raises our vibration and it magnetizes us to receive messages from spirit and things that we're grateful for we attract, and it's easier to come to us too. So it's a win-win, win-win, win-win-win all the way around. All right. So I'll start off at a little distance so it doesn't bust your eardrums, but I'm never sure how loud it will be. So mind your volume. Let me move this microphone a little closer. Here we go. All right. Here we go. So remember, gratitude. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Beautiful energies. We'll let her. She's just gonna sing forever tonight. We'll put her back here for now. Let her sit on her little throne. So, hey everybody, good to see everyone. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your beginning of your weekends. I'm excited to see what we have coming in. So, if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of Zen friends here with huge hearts, great senses of humor. Definitely two things we can use in this human experience, especially these days, which in comparison to history, this probably isn't the worst the humanity's ever been. There's been where there was worldwide, the world was much smaller back then, at least the population. There was a lot of stuff that happened that's not happening today, but in comparison, I know it can feel like it kind of sucks sometimes. But I love that we can come to this beautiful place and hear from Spirit, see what we have going on. So, welcome. There's always room for more Zen friends. As I was saying, we got a wonderful vibe, a wonderful laughter, and high vibration. We try to keep it a high vibration and a lot of love here. So welcome. You're always welcome here. If you want to know how the whole process works, it's all down in the description area of the video. Um, and free readings basically are first come, first serve. And there were like 1 to 2 card readings generally. And but if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. It's how I eat. And so I'll step out of the free readings, prioritizing those and dive deeper, meaning we pull more tea with Bretta Z from those. And then also you get some sort of fortune cookie, an oracle of some kind to round out your reading. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description area of the video. It does talk about my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. I don't have any set dollar amounts too, so whatever you want to give from your heart is the perfect amount because I know you're giving what you can. So I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna say with that. I know not everyone, can always give either. That's why if 2.5 hours in, I have not got to any free readings, I will step out of donations, complete at least 30 minutes of free readings, go back and finish out all the donations, and then after that, if I have energy and it's not, midnight last night, we had a 6-hour session, I know. So it was almost midnight, it was 11 by the time I finished. But I do try to complete as many free readings as we can, because I love bringing the messages from Spirit. At the end of each session, I do post a pinned comment listing all the readings completed with timestamps. So if you ever put your question out and come back later after the stream has ended, just look for that pinned comment and just click on that little timestamp. Takes you right to your reading, which is very handy dandy. So I like it. What else? What else? Oh yeah, got these over here. I put it over here so I remember. We have a full moon in Leo coming up on Sunday. So exciting. You're probably feeling it already, my peeps. Um, I do have a giveaway every full moon and new moon, so it's not too late to get into the drawing. Here's the link here. It's always down in the description area of the video too. But just look at the video. It tells you how to get into the drawing. I'll pull a winner sometime Sunday and put out a video announcing the winner. And then we'll have the new moon that will come out after that. So I'm going to try to do that all year long. And you have a chance to win a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my energetic hedges, which I just put out a new one. It's the Hedge of Health. Here's the little intro for that. So that is also you can choose that one if you win. I have 2 right now, a hedge of peace and love and the hedge of health. And there's gonna be, different hedges coming out. Almost every month is what I've been told we're gonna be doing by Spirit, so I'm excited to see what these other ones are. But, you can check that out if you're interested. They're on sale too, at $35 instead of $50 for 2 weeks. It's like a 2-week process. Um, and it'll be February 12th when it's goes back to regular price. Also, I've been starting a new series. I guess a series. It's a type of video I'll put out called "Making the Most." It's making the most of the moon energy, and here's the one for this Leo full moon. So I'll put out making the most of the full moon energy, and then making the most of the new moon energy. Couple days or so, 2, 3, 4 days before the actual full moon or new moon, to give you an opportunity. In this case, for the full moon, to make the most of the releasing statements we can do, and how we can use affirmations to fill the place that we're releasing. And then new moons are all about new moon wishes and intentions. So we always have those out there too. So I'm excited for those. And then lastly, I have also a podcast, The Easier Path. And this last one just came out a couple weeks ago. It's out every 2 weeks. Um, so a new one will be coming out next Thursday. But this one was called Easing the Pain. So if you want to check it out, it's all free, and the entire playlist is listed down in the description area of the video too, if you wanna check that out. Alright, we'll move that over here out of the way, and that's all the blah, blah, blah. I just try to make sure everyone knows all the free things that are available, all the messages from spirit that are out there for us, and I am excited, excited, excited. Alright, so let's take a look here, and we'll get everyone all, set up here. We'll make sure we'll do some shout outs, make sure I've got everyone on the list, and then we'll dive in. So I'll talk about the cards here in a sec. Whoops, just knocking stuff all around. All right, so we'll start here in the bottom. We've got Sarah Taylor. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. I do see your donation via Z PayPal. So you'll be number 2 when we start up there. So we will have that here. And we got Livier Vagara in the house. Livier. Good to see you. We got you added on to the free list here. I know. Yay. We got good is on here as well. So I got your for your free reading. Good to see you. And we've got Santa in the house. Hey, Santa. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. You'll be up first for the donations. And once we get to that part getting going here, and of course, we've got Faith and Love in the house. Hey, Faith and Love. We got you on the free list here as well. We got User PC. Hey, hey, good to see you. We got you on the list here as well. And then I think, whoops, didn't mean to delete that. There we go. And then we have Jaded Kate. Hey, Jaded Kate. We've got you on the list here. And we got so Faith and Love already had you there. And then Jojo, I got you. You'll on the free list here. And then Patricia, you'll be the first one up for free readings. So I think I've got everyone. Let me do one last quick little scan here. All right. So for donations, we'll have Santa and then Sarah. And then for free readings, we got Patricia, Jojo, Faith and Love, Jaded K, User PC, MM, and then Livier. And I think that's everyone I have right now. Make some more space down here for free readings. There we go. All right. So I think we will get started here in a sec. I am going to continue to use this beautiful deck here. It's called the Naked Heart Tarot here. And it's a, it's because it's of the heart, because we're in Cancer Moon still through, I think it's around noon or so tomorrow, somewhere around midday tomorrow, we move into Leo. And then, of course, the full moon the Leo continues into Sunday where we have the full moon. So we're still in that Cancer Moon energy, very emotional energy, very connected energy. And that's why I wanted to use Heart Tarot this evening. We'll move into something different for Leo probably tomorrow. For donations, the oracle I'm using is the pink oracle deck. We're going to finish this one up here. And we've still got about 20 or so of these cards left. We went through a lot last night. We had a lot of donations, and I'm so grateful. And I love. Also, I'm going to try to remember. Last night, I was going to do a Wednesday night, and I totally forgot till I was done with all the readings. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to give all the free readings, the wisdom within. I remembered last night, so we'll try to do that here. I'll try to set it where it'll get my attention when I start free readings, because they're little, like, one-liner, little things, a little extra fortune cookie for everyone. Alright, so let's get shuffled up, and we'll get in here. Thank you guys again for being here, and for all the thumbs up too. It does help spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami, and I'm so grateful for that. It, helps draw more people to the channel so they can have the messages from spirit too. So thank you guys for doing that, and cheers to you. Got some great yummy coffee, so yum, yum. Here we go. Yum, yum. Alright. So let us dive in and we'll get started here. So, Santa, you're up at 17 even. Look at that. So, there is your timestamp. And thank you for the little emoji heart eyes there. And of course, the donation. So, dear Bretta, what good is coming towards you in love? Yes, you are Aquarius. Happy Aquarian. When's your birth? Is your birthday already gone or is it coming up? Happy early birthday or belated birthday to you. You got, oh, your Capricorn moon. I'm a Pisces moon, but Capricorn rising. Wow. And you got, uh, oh, is it Aquarius? Oh, moon in Capricorn, Venus and Sagittarius. Ascending Gemini. Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. What a combo. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, you do have a lot of air in your big 3. Um, Aquarius. Well, Capricorn is technically earth energy, but it's very much thinking energy. So I like this for you. But let's see what we got. What good is coming towards you? What would you perceive as good? Because everything is good. Uh, we just don't sometimes see it till much, much later in life, right? Sometimes when we're back on the other side going, "Oh, that's right. That's why I wanted to experience that." So let's see what we got here. Bottom of the deck, you do have the 3 of Wands coming in, and the 3 of Wands is an energy of with new information, it's like you're taking a different direction than you thought with all your thinking, thought you would, and I like this. We'll see what, uh, is igniting this change and possibly what this change is about here with these other cards, but this is a card of you choosing, not like you're being forced. No, you will go this route. It's you going, I was going to go this way, but now that I have new awareness, I want to go this way instead. It doesn't mean you're going like a 180 and going in the opposite direction. You're just kind of veering off and kind of revising the plan a bit. So let's see what we have here. Your first card up. Yep, 10 of Wands. Which is an energy of an ending and beginning energy, makes total sense. It's where you've been investing all of your energy. Now it feels like, well, kinda doing a little analysis of my energy, where I'm investing it and why. And is it supporting my true dream of my heart, or have I been, um slowly distracted and investing my energy into things that aren't really for me and my dream, it's for other people, and sometimes we will fall into that because it's old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we've had our entire lives of, "Oh, you're supposed to do that for them and do that for them and do that for them and that for them," and before we know it, all our energy, or a lot of it is being routed outside of us to other people when we're like, that's why we feel exhausted. That's why we feel resentful. Because if we continue to give after we're exhausted, it's like, wow. And I know Santa, I mean, I can imagine, especially Christmas time, all that all that busyness that you do. You're probably still resting from Christmas, right? Little joke, but a bunch. But I like this for you because it's a reevaluation of where you're investing your energy. And you're getting ready to really identify what's truly important to me, what's truly urgent to me, and I put that in bucket 1, and then what's truly important to me but not urgent, then I put on my calendar, and then the things that are not important to you, but everyone is, it's urgent," you're like, "That goes in bucket 3, and I don't spend any energy on that stuff at all." until I finished focusing on bucket 1 and bucket 2, and if I'm bored, then I can go into bucket 3 and see if I want to invest any energy in that stuff, but I don't have to, because that's the stuff everyone else is like, "Oh my god, this is so important, you need to do this for me," or, "You need to do this in life," and you're like, "That doesn't matter to me, I'm not gonna invest energy in that." And it really allows you, instead of having, like, 10 things that you're doing and they all go up 1 space, you focus in on, like, the 2 things that are most important to you, and they go up 5 spaces, each. So you see this movement forward and things that are truly important to you when you do this. And I feel like this is what you're being nudged to do. It's funny, they're showing this camel turning into a fire horse, which February 17th is when we have the fire horse, when we move into that year, the zodiac, Chinese zodiac, for a year of that. So it's suddenly this, burdened um, camel with all this stuff on it suddenly becomes harvest, transforms into this fire horse, and takes off, which is actually the Ten of Wands goes to the Page of Wands, and then the Knight of Wands, which is the fire horse. So that's cool. So I like that for you. What else do they want you to know here? Yeah. You got Leo energy here with this strength card and courage, and the Queen of Wands too. So all this fire energy definitely coming in here. It's a time of sparking things. This Queen of Wands, the Heart of Wands, she's got a great connection to the spirit world. And then behind the scenes, she's got Cups energy. So she's very empathic and in tune with her heart to the spirit world too. And this really feels like it's time for you to step out and stand out, but take the lead with this Leo leadership energy and this Leo full moon that's coming up. So if you haven't checked out the video for making the most of the full moon energy for this Leo, definitely do that, because I feel like there's some great change that you're initiating that's going to allow you to like make that change and move forward like you haven't before. Yeah, and we like this. You got the Ace of Cups, which is all about the self-love, filling up like a chalice and letting everyone else have the overflow instead of giving out to everyone and feeling exhausted and then resentful, because we're like a barrel that we're plugging everyone. People can't plug into us. Like the energy vampires is, people can't steal our energy. It can be exhausting around being around people because of all the thoughts and emotions we're feeling and are going everywhere. But that's about us, not about what's going on in the outside world, right? But what we do is we plug people in and we feel, I have to give to everyone else. I have to give. And then that's when the barrel drains, and because there's not a whole lot coming in and a ton going out. But when we become a chalice like this, not like this, that's a squirrel. When you become a chalice like this, you fill up and no one can plug in. We can't plug anyone. Everyone just gets the overflow that comes out instead. So I like that it is following your heart, allowing you to fill up first and then f flow out to the world. And the Four of Pentacles is this energy, really a lot of realization around the Four of Pentacles that, you're defining yourself by what you find inward and upward instead of outward like we're taught. Because the Four of Pentacles, we learn this wonderful lesson of, um, when we define ourselves by the 3 buckets, or the 3 yeah, it's the 3 buckets of the outside world, which are relationships with humans, situations like jobs, education, social status, etc., things we can get into, um, and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. All those things are unstable, but we're taught those things define who we are, our interactions with other humans, our job, our education, how much we have, what we look like, blah, 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 right? We're taught it until we realize all those things are unstable. People die, people walk away, people change. So they're unstable. Relationships with humans are unstable. We also have our wonderful little inner child that when it feels unsafe and out of control, we freak out and become a 2-year-old with a pet hissing cat, right? So, the relationships with humans are unstable. Things never stay the same. Situations never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So all that stuff out there is unstable. And if we're defining ourselves by them, then we feel unstable. Until it all points us back inward and upward for us to realize who we are and that Ace of Cups, that self love, that eternal unconditional love we find when we define ourselves by that, it becomes solid. So I like this change that's coming in because you're really stepping into your own. You're realizing I get to define who I am inward. All that stuff, it's just unstable, temporary stuff out there, but I find something stable, eternal, and unconditional on the inside. I define myself by that. I can boldly go forward and go, now what do I want to do with that? How do I uniquely want to share the love in my heart with the world? I feel like this is the change that you're going through there. So I feel like that's what they want you to know. And let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. See what they want to add in here. And yep, the ladder, the next steps. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Look at it goes all the way up into the stars. To reach a goal, one must move forward, but sometimes stepping back is also part of the journey. How perfect is that? So when you're on that path, heading in this direction, you're like, I'm going to go off on this path instead. Um, so I like that for you. So hopefully that resonates for you, Santa. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And yeah, that's good there. All right. And then we have Sarah Taylor. You're up, Sarah. Here's your timestamp. And thank you for your donation via the PayPal. And let's take you. You hope the icy storm has been gentle on you. Yeah, I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado, at the foot of Pikes Peak in the Rocky Mountains, right before it goes off into the plains and then off into Kansas and all that. So a lot of the scary weather goes around the mountain, and so we got some snow, we got some cold weather here and there, but we didn't get the icy storm, but I hope it was gentle for you as well, and all of you across the Midwest out to the East. I know you guys are having a lot of fun winter weather. All right. So many blessings. You think Mick and you are in the friend zone. Will you meet someone new? And so a love reading for February. All right, let's take a look here. I know, right? I was glad, although it was like 4 days. Well, it's 3 days. It was snowy and like single digit Fahrenheit temperatures. And then it would drop to 0 or below at night. So I didn't get my walks in, but it did make me, everything happens for a reason. I actually joined a gym. I know. um, so that one, there's a lot of reasons of a lot of different stuff that they offer, which is really cheap for what they charge, and but it's for my health too, because my doctor's been saying you need to exercise more and get some more lean muscle mass and boom, boom, boom. So here we go. I'm gonna get buff, guys. I'm gonna be like, "Bah, bah, bah." Yeah. So let's take a look here. Let's get back to you, Sarah. Enough about me. So we'll take a look here. First of all, are you and Mick in the friend zone? Let's verify that real quick here. And then, will you meet someone new based on current energies? See what we got here. Boom, boom, boom. And these underneath the surface here, too, leading to these, which were the love reading for February. Just feel like this is leading into that. Open none of those. All right. So let's see what we have here. Let's just get the quick answer here on Nick. Yeah, I would agree with you here with the judgment card, because the judgment card is like your higher self pulling you and calling you somewhere else. So I I feel like that's accurate, which is all right. That just means when your higher self is calling you somewhere else, they're not calling you to settle for something lower. It's always an upgrade where they take us. So we're like, all right. It's like you trust spirit to do that. So, will you meet someone new based on current energies? Got some Capricorn energy here. Saturn and Capricorn. It feels like there's a little bit of kind of work to do as far as letting go of some old mindsets that don't serve you anymore, which makes sense. Yeah, I love this. You can't make it up. So after you go through that, letting go of some expectations, some supposed to be, should be, need to be. There's these 3 cards came out together. You have the Devil card, and then you've got the Heart of Swords and the Spirit of Swords, the Queen and King of Swords. So that would be a definite yes that you have a divine counterpart that you encounter here. So I love that. Um, so that's very a clear message coming in. So I like that. The bottom of the deck for this reading energy is the 10 of Wands, which is an ending and beginning energy. It's transitioning for something that feels like burden into something that feels like harvest. And underneath that, you do have the star card, the dream come true energy here. You wouldn't happen to be an air sign, would you? There's all this air energy, thinking energy. The devil card, even though it's Capricorn, Saturn, Earth energy. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of releasing of this, of course. Heart, the King and Queen of Swords, and then the star cards, Aquarius energy. But there is a lot of thinking energy, regardless, going on here. So it's changing a lot of mindsets. Uh, Having this gift of connecting and seeing things from a higher perspective, allowing you to cut away some of the old. So let's see what else here. Aries, but overthinking. Okay. What do you know what your moon is? Sometimes, especially our big 3, the sun our sun sign is what rules, like, the CEO of the company of our life, but the moon rules over our emotions, and Venus rules over our kinda relationship, love energy, um, but our rising sign is how we see the world. It's the lens through which we see the world, so we're a big um, soup anyway. So let's see what's below the surface here of this meeting this new person. See what we can find out. Yeah, more swords, changing of story. So that is below the surface here. It's changing, yeah, the overthinking, right? It's changing um the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, right? Who are they supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be in the relationship? How's the relationship supposed to, that's the thinking, right? Supposed to start and progress and end up, and what is it supposed to bring me, and who am I supposed to be in the relationship, and just who am I supposed to be? All this thinking that we're all taught to focus in on. This is the clarity, the changing of the story from something of opinion that we had growing up of small t truths rooted in fear, fear not being good enough, fear of not having enough, fear of rejection, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? And seeing it from a whole different perspective, a relationship from a place of gratitude, from a place of unconditional love and joy and laughter and play, not expectations. Because we know what happens when we focus on expectations. We start, it's like, uh, expectations are up here, we feel like we're starting in the negative and we're doing all this just to get up to 0. Then we start having abundance. But the whole thing is the expectations keep going up and we're like, come on. Whereas when we try to have as many um, lowest expectations as possible, then there's that abundance because we meet the very few expectations there are, and everything starts becoming above and beyond awesome instead of feeling like we're in the hole all the time. That's what sucks the life out of relationships is when we focus in on that. So I like that. What else here? So you have the 2 of Swords, the change of story, the change of mindsets. You have the 4 of Pentacles. We got the squirrel. We just had him in the last one. So, this is that kind of energy of discovering that your worth comes from in here, not out there, energy. So it's a lot of this has to do with how am I determining my self-worth? Because when we are defining ourselves by relationships and then also situations and things. But since we're talking about love, when we're focusing on relationships to define us, then we do feel um, like we're unstable because these humans are unstable and we're trying we do overthink. We are trying to control things because we feel out of control. I need to be lovable. I need to control them. They need to be doing what I think they're supposed to be doing with all these things. Otherwise, that means I'm something. So people's actions or non-actions, their words or their silence mean something about me when I'm defining myself by that. And that's when I feel so, out of control and unstable because I can't control them no matter how hard I try, and trust me, I have tried. Even in being a manager in corporations for a very long time, you people will never do what you want them to do, they will do what they want to do. So, there is this wonderful freedom that comes when we release our attachment to other people's actions meaning something about me. And that's when our self-worth becomes solid because we're not defining ourselves, here. You to ask your kids, right? That's the way it is. You're like, and we know our parents tried to make us do what we didn't want to do, and we like pretended, but not really. um, but that's how our this Four of Pentacles, that's how we find a solid foundation, and we realize no matter what people do in the outside world, that our self-worth doesn't change. Our true worth never changes. We were perfect and priceless before we even took this form, and this expression for this lifetime. We're perfect and priceless all the way through it, and we continue to be priceless afterwards. It doesn't change, just we're experiencing something different. What else do you have here? Yep, 7 of Cups. There's a lot of clarity coming in here, around emotions, allowing yourself to feel some emotions you didn't allow yourself to feel earlier in life, especially 7 years old and younger. You're allowing yourself to feel the pain, feel the anger, the sorrow, when you were told, "Quit your crying or I'll give you something to cry about," or "You better stop your tantrum or you're gonna get a whooping." Because we're taught, "You be a happy child, don't be a sadsy child or an angry child. You better be a happy child." Um, and so we stuff all those other feelings and we didn't get to express them, and they're charging down there. So the more we can free those up and feel those things, allow our inner child to feel them. Doesn't mean you have to act on them, but we can allow it to feel it and flow too. Yeah, and you're learning more and more and more about being true to your authentic self with the 3 of Pentacles. So that's a lot of what's going on with this Devil card. They're also, working on themselves and releasing some of these things. Both of you are in that releasing expectations, releasing these old stories so that you're raising your love vibration. So you'll have a type of relationship that you didn't have in the past. Instead of doing what we've always did and end up with what we've always had before. We're getting rid of those things and moving on up to the deluxe apartment in the sky. That's from the Jeffersons from when I was young. It's an old song. Um, so that's what we have there. Let's see what your for February, what your love comes in here. Oh, you like my hair, Santa? Yeah, I got in a battle with a razor and lost. So now I have to let it grow out so you guys get to see me be a little fuzzy bear for a little bit as it grows out again. Every once in a while, I do it on purpose. Other times, um, I like in this case, I some of you have heard the story already because I mentioned it like every night, I think. But I got a new razor because my old one was like 10 plus years old. And I'm like, I need a new one because I don't think it's cutting like it would cut uneven. And I'm like, "Oh, I could get it like a new blade and all that, but for that same price, especially with the Black Friday deal that I got, it was, like, cheaper to get a whole new one, but it was also sharper, and so when I cut, oh, that usually doesn't cut that short, so and I tried to correct it, and the more I tried to correct it, the worse it got, and so we have a new palette, right? A new to start with, a clean slate. Alright. Anyway, nice little story. All right, so let's see here for February for your love. Let's see what we have coming in for February. Yeah, February, you're really working on here walking away from relationships and emotions that don't serve you anymore. So these relationships that you're the one that's pouring it into it. I had a fight with a lawnmower. There you go. That's the. I was trying to think. There's a saying, and that's the one I was trying to think of. I love that. But this is part of what we were talking about before. Here, you are, evaluating. It's like doing an emotional inventory of um, there's 2 sides of it. One is the, um, relationships with humans where you're the one giving 70, 80, 90% all the time. It can't not to children, of course, but, like child age people, but this is adults, right? And you're realizing I'm the one that just gives and gives and gives. Hard to get anything back. That's not a good investment, right? Because real, um, I would say, healthy relationships, and there's give and take, and there is some times where it's 70, 30, 30, 70, but, it's fluctuating. It's not always, you know, and so when you realize there's some of these that I'm the life support keeping it alive, and I need to pull the plug, see if it survives on its own. And if it don't, then that's all right. We can let that go. All that um, emotional energy that we're investing, we get back, or we could back off to 50% and just see what comes back. And if they make up the difference, and if they don't, then it drifts apart. Then you get everything back. But this is about building up your emotional bank, because if you don't have enough emotional energy in your emotional bank, your heart doesn't allow love to come in, or allow us to have passion projects where we're going to pour our heart into, because they're like, there's no budget for that. Sorry. The other thing is, like we talked about before, the second thing with the Eight of Cups is looking at those old emotions that they're charged, which are taking emotional energy, and it takes emotional energy to keep them down instead of being blown up everywhere. So as we transform and transmute those old emotions that we weren't able to feel, that our little inner child's probably going, hey, 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 through triggers, whatever's triggering us, when we go, okay, why is this upsetting me? This goes back. Let me go back and let me find out where this was. And because these are the ripples. Let's go back and find the rock that caused the ripple in the first place. Then we transform that, and then we get all that energy back too. So this is all preparing you for love. So February feels like that's an important step in it, because love won't come our way until we do that. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's going to be a little bit of alone time in February. This is like the hermit energy with spirit. Spirit in this case is the pink flamingo, your sassy spirit guides. But this is spending time doing all that. I mean, that's obviously what this time away is for, so that you can do that heart surgery and that mind surgery, letting that stuff go and transform it so that you're, more prepared for what's flowing here. Yeah, we got a little Four of Cups for February too, which is it's like emotional calmness on the verge of emotional stagnancy. I know that's way how it feels. But these are the 3 cups of the outside world that we were talking about that are they feel empty. The Ace of Cups is finding our self-love back here. That's what you're leaning up against. And usually in the Four of Cups in the original, um, major not major arcana, original tarot deck, there's someone bored, leaning up against a tree, looking at 3 cups going, "Ugh," and but then from the clouds, the heavens, comes the Ace of Cups, which is our higher love, and so you're raising your love vibration, because and it's so important when it comes to love, especially romantic love, it's a reflection. Every relationship that we have, friends, family, lovers, whoever, is a reflection of our self-love, but we really see it starkly and magnified when we get into romantic love, because we're more exposed during those usually. And there's this. realization that I can't give more love than I have for myself, nor receive more love than I have for myself. So raising our self-love is one of the biggest things we can do for our love life. And then you have the moon. Yeah, you got this beautiful moon energy, a lot of emotions below the surface to come forward here. And also I feel like making the most of the moon energy is very important with this as well. Um, like I have this series, if you didn't hear in the beginning, um, making the most of moon energy, and we have a full moon coming up here in Leo on February 1st. So um making the most of the releasing of that and the affirmations of that. And then we have a new moon solar eclipse on February 17th in Aquarius, of course, because we're in Aquarius season, but it's also the same day as the fire horse enters the picture for the next year. So it's a big, interesting day that we have coming up. So make the most of the moon energy of planting new things, moving forward on things, burning away things that don't serve anymore. So we're very much in this energy, and that's the solar and lunar eclipse energy that we're already feeling right now, too, is all about big changes of release and endings and beginning energy. So there's a lot possible. I don't feel like love is coming in this month. We can do a when card here, just based on current energies. When will you meet this person if you haven't met them already? I do feel like it's someone new. I don't feel like it's someone coming back from the past or anything. Let's do a quick when here. So based on current energies, yeah, which is all right. We got temperance, which is the slow roll, Jupiter and Sagittarius, and that's November 22nd to December 21st, Sagittarius season, but that's just based on current energies. The whole thing about raising your love vibration is it speeds things up. So right now, it's projected to the end of the year, but that doesn't mean that um it's not faded, that it has to be during that period. It's just like right now, that's where it's at. So the more that you focus in on raising your love vibration, the faster you guys draw yourselves to each other too. So I like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie comes in. Whoa. God, I didn't just almost lose all the cards. Yeah, you got a little mixer. Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, woman. That's such a that's funny. The coming together of differences, chaos, confusion, and complex situations. So I really like this, the mixing of things, the um I like this, the coming together of all this confusion and everything. And it's not like it's being mixed together. I feel like it's coming together, meaning it's all starting to make sense. And I'm getting to release things going, yeah, why do I believe that? I'm releasing things. And I feel like that's how it's coming together. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you right now, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I'm excited for you. The King and the Queen of Swords. Boom. All right. So, we have some other individuals here that came in. So let's get you guys on the list, do some shout outs. We'll get back into the readings here. So we do have here. Thank you. Boom. You're welcome, Sarah. We have a new subscriber. Hey, welcome. Fairy Tale Nihal. I probably mispronounced that. I'm so sorry. We'll add you onto the free list here. Right now, we're finishing up some donations. Then I'll get into free readings. And we have Moonlight. Hello, hello. We'll get you on the free list here. And then also, of course, thank you for your donation. We will, you actually will be the next one up after that. And I do have a PayPal I'll look at here in a sec. Um, you're welcome, Santa. All right, we got that one there. And then Maria P. Do I got you? No, I don't have you on the list here for the free readings. We'll get you on here. And this is probably you in the PayPal too, right? It is. How did I know? Because I'm psychic. No. Well, I don't like that word. All right. All right. So we got you on the donation. So Moonlight will be up next, and then you'll be up after that, Maria. And then I got you on the list for the free readings too. Let's see here. And then I think that was everyone. I don't think anyone came in after that. Yeah, I got Livy A here. Yep. So that is everyone that has come in since then. So boom, boom, boom. We'll continue on here. Thank you guys again for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and I'm so grateful. So let's cheers, everybody. Some delicious hot coffee. All right. So, Moonlight, you are up at 52 even. All right. Here we are. Is that blurry to you guys? See if that refocuses it here. Sometimes it gets stuck on the closer range there. All right. So thank you so much for your little sticker there. Love your little, is that a fox or a cat? Um, looks like a foxtail. All right. So thank you for your donation. And you are very welcome for yesterday's reading. And you talked to your father last night. Boom. I love it. So you're having a big lack of energy these days. Well, yeah, we're in the Cancer moon energy right now and that full moon coming up. But you wonder, will it get better in February? What's coming for you in February? Work, money, love, friends. All right, we'll take a look here. And then I got you on the list for the free readings, right? Yeah, I do. Better look, make sure before I open my mouth. Or back up my mouth by making sure it is. All right, let's take a look here and see about energy. Of course, disclaimer in the description box, anything medical. I'm not a licensed medical professional, etc. You know all that. So we'll see here. Does your energy get better in February? And what is coming for you in February? For work, for money, all right, love and friends. So we got one for each of those here. And then we have energy. I'm going to get more information on that one real quick here. I feel like that one we want to dive a little more into. Yeah, bottom of the deck overall looks like February. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is a great energy here of, balance and abundance to where you can give as well. And then underneath that, just have to say you got the Chariot card, which is your Cancer moon energy. They just had a peek, go, hey, here we are. So we do have that there. So let's look here at your energy. I do feel you've got the movement of swords, the Knight of Swords for your energy. And this is seeking some clarity. And I feel like you do get some clarity in February around what is impacting your energy. Let's see what they'll tell us here we got 4 cards for more information here. Yeah, we got some balancing energy, making some different choices physically. I feel like comes in here. That's the physical world and energy of the Pentacle suit. There is this balance again energy that comes in, and it feels like your physical energy balances out by balancing some things in your physical world too. You got the Sky Father, which is Emperor energy. So there is about you taking the lead and you deciding what it is you want to do, put a plan together, and you make it happen. But that is Aries fire energy. And I feel like that fire horse energy, it's going to kind of change some things. I know we've been having a lot of um, this kind of shedding with the year of the snake energy. We're kind of finishing that up. We've got the eclipse energy coming in, which is big movement energy, things ending, things beginning. You got the full moon and Leo coming up. There's a lot of stuff that's building up, and there is a lot of communication out there with all the astrology and stuff if you're feeling exhausted, you're not alone. There's a lot of that kind of transformational energy that is hitting. But I do feel like there is some things that you will put a plan together and take action behind that helps you with your energy too. Yeah, you get the Spirit of Wands. Here's the King of Wands, which is like the Emperor energy. So they're definitely um, saying that what you focus on with all of your energy is what grows and expands too. And it's like, all right, I'm going to start looking at what am I saying, thinking, replaying. And if you haven't checked out the Making the Most of the Leo full moon energy video that I put out, check that out because it talks about affirmations and how the stories we keep telling our mind, if we the more positive ones and high vibrational ones we do, it actually rewires our brain where it starts impacting us physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. It actually rewires the neuroceptors, naptors, whatever those things are inside your brain. So I like that energy here. And you got the Three of Pentacles, which is creativity too. I feel like that's the energy we're going at with this one because sometimes it's being true to your authentic self, but this feels like you creating something is what helps your energy too. So I like that, and that's the one we really dove into for your readings here. Work, you got the Sage. I feel like you're getting clarity, and there is some change here with the major arcana number 5, the ruler of change. So I feel like you do see things from a different perspective, and you do make some changes at work or regarding work, something less possibly physically taxing. Um, but the changes that you're wanting to make regarding work. But there is changes that do happen in February regarding your work. But I feel like it's more um, you are either, well, maybe both. You're making changes in it, but there's also changes that are being made that you're okay with because you're like, yeah, that's what I want for myself too. Money. Yeah, you got this death and rebirth energy here. So some great transformational energy. It's like a rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes in a way. But I like this. It's not like, oh, your finances all end. I feel like it is this, this wonderful change of energy that's uh coming in regarding money as well. Oh, your moon is in Leo. Well, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, definitely take a look at those energies around that. Love, yep, expectations, Nine of Swords, nightmare and insomnia. But it's also the ending of expectations. I feel like February is more of letting that go, and, this energy of, especially maybe around Valentine's and love and, I want something, I want this. It's like, all right, letting go of some mindsets around love to come into this, um, with the way we're looking at love differently. Like, I'm the love of my life. I'm the love I've been looking for. Someone else is extra. It's not that I'm looking for, um, I'm looking for someone to complete me or to make me feel whole, make me feel loved. That's my job. Everyone else is above and beyond extra. My job is to love myself. Anything that I would expect that someone is supposed to, that's an expectation, right? Supposed to give me to make me feel full, I'm gonna give myself. I like that for you here for, February for love. And then friends, oh, wow, got the Naked Heart here. I like that because it does show that you do have at least one really close friend that makes themselves known here. This is a special card for this deck, and I like to read at least once during a session what it says here because this is the Tended Heart Warrior. It is about connection. It is about purpose and higher self too. So the Naked Heart's message to you, it says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and my purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. The little Luna moth on the card, they whisper to you, "You are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light." So get out of the house. You'll meet someone. Oh, is Valentine's Day just, a, uh, a United States thing? I never know. I thought it was, marketed all over the world. I That's the way I look at it, as another way to try to get people to buy money and buy gifts. It's a scam. Every day is Valentine's Day. Every day is Christmas. Every day is, whatever. And then your fortune cookie for February here, you got the wise ass card. I mean, the wise card. It says, the revelation of the unknown, having knowledge and having experience. So, again, more gleaning of more wisdom that you'll have in February. So, I like that for you. All right. So, that's what they have for you, my dear. We'll circle back around for your free reading here in a little bit. But that's what they have for your donation. So many blessings. Thank you again for that. All right. And then Maria P, you are up. Here's your timestamp. So thank you for your donation. Let me bring it up here on the PayPal. Get your questions queued up here. Let's take another little sip here. Cheers, everybody. So good to see you. Right? That's right. Faith and love. Boom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's like Christmas should be every day, not just, the stress and the expectations. That's what it just feeds into expectations, right? Of, oh, you're supposed to do this, you need to do that. And then everyone's stressed instead of throughout the year. If I see something, I think of someone, I know they love it, then I'll get it for them, not save it up and then be stressed out trying to get everything done. And just, it comes from the heart. That's kind of my attitude anyway. But everyone gets to enjoy their own journey. Some people want a big Christmas and do all that. No judgment. Enjoy that, but not for me. All right. So Maria, let's take a look. Wally's thoughts and feelings for you today. All right. See what's going on there. After your hangout, you went to his school. What did the ladies of the office think? Oh, okay. Boom, boom. What's coming for you guys on the dark side? Oops. Try that again. You're welcome, Moonlight. Dark side. Is he missing you? He is, but he's reloading. So duck. It's just a water balloon gun. It's not a real gun. What did Dr. Laura think of your work today? All right. And then a message from Wally. All right. So, what were his thoughts and feelings towards you today before you guys hung out? You got the 6 of Wands, that attraction energy, that mutual wah energy there. That's really good. That's, victory, um, yeah, victory energy, just feeling really good, but there's this mutual attraction energy that comes in there too. We got the 5 of Cups. I feel like they were a little bummed. I don't feel like these were towards you with the 5 of Cups. I just feel like they were a bit feeling down. And this Judgment card is like kind of this resurrection. They were looking forward to having like their heart resuscitated by you um today. So I feel like that was kind of beforehand. They were just kind of feeling a bit, ugh, here, I guess with it being Friday, probably was like a hell week for him, but he was looking forward to hanging out with all that. How did he feel after it? Yep. Spirit of Wands, the King of Wands has been activated, recharged, motivated, um, just really excited, wanting to make plans, wanting to bring things to fruition. So definitely, you know, making him feel like a king, really, he just felt very energized afterwards, which is what you do. That's why he loves, that's why he felt like, um, so disappointed when, and he understood when your daughter was sick. That's because he's just like, um, I'm you really positively impact me. You make it easier for me to choose to be joyful than, you know. You went to a school. What did the ladies at the office think? Ooh, so got the Naked Heart, which is a beautiful movement of emotional energy, connection energy, and the Three of Wands. I feel like um if there was 2 ladies, one was like, "Oh, look, there's the love," and the other one was like, "Oh, he should choose someone else." But I think it's not because they want Wally to choose them, they're just, a bitter I can't say that on YouTube. They're just bitter, and they think, love is an evil thing. So they're like, you shouldn't do this. You guys should just everyone should just be single. So that's not personal towards you, but that's good to understand when, we're wondering, wow, why are they so real, and it's well because they're heartbroken themselves and they're seeing the world through painful, fearing eyes. And so when we are wondering, what do they think of me? Or what do they think when I showed up? Who knows what's going on in there with their life? It doesn't mean anything about us. It's a reflection of what was going on in them. So hopefully that is clear. Um, what's coming for you guys? Ooh, so got the Ace of Cups. I like this. Happy energy, happy love energy, emotional energy. Really working on your guys' self love, which is great because the more you raise your love vibration, the more you can give and receive love to each other too. But I like that. It's positive energy there. Um, Anything going on with the dark side? Yeah, Innocence of Wands, Page of Wands. So this is action energy, and with that King of Wands, that makes sense. It just makes them want to take actions and have movement, and so I feel like they're doing things to move forward, to move outside of that, but it may not appear that way to you. Like let's say the example they're giving me is I cleaned out the front closet junk closet and got rid of stuff, and now that's done off my list. Because my list was I needed to sort through that, get rid of stuff, and because what am I going to take with me? What am I not going to do? That was a piece of my list. That's progress for me. For you, you're like, no, no, come on, chop, chop. What are you doing? That's nothing. Come on, but for them, that's something. Is he missing you? Yeah, 6 of Cups. There is this, mutual love energy here. So that's like the 6 of Wands for you in this particular one. So yeah, they do. It's mutual. It's that mutual beautiful connection. What did Dr. Laura think of you at work today? We like that here. The 7 of Cups. I feel like she was in a bit of a different energy today. So whatever you were picking up um emotionally from her had to do with her own stuff going on. Your work with the 6 of Swords, I feel like she felt like you were letting some old stuff go and moving into some other things, some good movement of communication and progress, I feel, on that, but, I feel like with that 7 of Cups, they're saying if you were picking up anything weird emotionally, 'cause your empathic abilities, you pick up and go, why are they feeling that way? Is that towards me?" And like, "No, that had to do with all some of the other stuff that's going on in her life." And then a message from Wally. Yeah, we got this beautiful Leo energy, like Leo full moon coming up here on Sunday, but this is about, um, strength, this message of strength and courage, and I feel like the message and I feel like you've gotten this before from them, is that I am taking the lead. I am moving forward on, leaving and getting out of that physical location and taking the steps for that. I'm getting up the courage to do that, to face the dragon, to, um, I'm already doing all the planning and the plotting. It's just breaking the news of this is what the next steps are going to be. This is what what I'm going to do, kind of energy. So he's like, I'm creating the courage to do that and to step forward there as well. Um, so there you go. See what your fortune cookie says here too. All right. Yeah. Do you feel like you're in a void? Because this says, feeling like you're in a void, a sense of emptiness, a feeling of being lost. And and it can be that way. And this can be a lot of the energy that's going on with this full moon. Because a full moon is about emptying things to make space, then to plant something new. We got all this eclipse energy that's happening, which is about endings and beginnings energy, which is only like 3 weeks away, if that even. But because it's the 17th, and it's well, that's 18 days, so it's a little over 2.5 weeks. So we start feeling that eclipse energy 4 to 6, sometimes 8 weeks beforehand, depending on our chart and how it lines up, but you're feeling a lot of that already, and so if you're feeling some of this, just know, there's a lot of energy going on around that too, right? So that's what they got there for you. So many blessings to you. All right, I think these are done. Let me get rid of that thing there. Okay. So thank you again. We'll circle back around for your free reading here in a momentito. Let me just do some shout outs, get some more people on the list here. So we have Minu. Hey, Minu. Good to see you. I am well. I hope you're well. We'll get you on the free list here. Boom, boom. And we got Ateshi Singh in the house. Hey, Ateshi. We'll get you on the list here too. And I'm going from the bottom up, just so everyone else. All right. Oh, it has become more common. Oh, Valentine's Day. Yeah. Yep, it's such an American thing, thinking, "Oh, doesn't everyone celebrate our holidays?" Sometimes we don't even think, "Oh, yeah, I thought Saint Valentine was something everywhere," but that I can see how it's a retail marketing ploy by, America. Alright, let's see here. We got those, we did those, that's all that, and Cat Mia, hello, hello. Good to see you, got you on the list here. Oh, very good. Thank you, Fairy Tale. Okay, we got that. And then did I get you on here? Yeah, I got you on the list. So I think that's where I left off. All right, perfect. So I think I've got everyone on here. In fact, that's it for donations, I think, at this point. So we will dive into the free readings. And until any other donations come in, I'll just keep doing them. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, and let me move this forward. And tonight, like last night, everyone gets a little wisdom within card uh, as like a little extra treat for your free readings too. Gotta move them here so I don't forget them, because I get into my little going, and I'll forget. So let's take a sip. and then we'll dive in. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for all the thumbs up, too. That helps spread all the Zen love, and you're part of the giant love tsunami, and it really does help. It seems like a small thing, but it does impact the algorithms that YouTube has, and it draws more people. It puts my page in front of more people, my channel in front of more people. So thank you for sharing the love. All right. Yum, yum. Oop, it turned off. Hey, Andrea. Andrea Hall? Hello, hello, or Andre. Let me get you on the list here too. All right. So, Patricia, you're up first. So 1:16:37 is your timestamp. Boom, boom. And general energy reading for the first week of February. I know, can you believe next week is February already? I like February because it's my birthday month. Just February's always been special to me. I don't know why. Let's see here for the first week of February. What do they have coming in here? All right. So you do have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Three of Swords is an energy of like expectations equal disappointment, but this doesn't feel like a bad combo because the Ace of Cups, it does point you to happiness. It does point you to your heart. So it feels like whatever this first week is, something like an expectation or something that was like, well, this is what should happen. This is what I should do. And it's like, eh, but then it doesn't work out and you're kind of happy about it. So it's like disappointed, but it's a happy disappointment, if that makes sense. Because it's like, well, this is what everyone thinks I should do, and all right, I'm gonna do this, and this is what it should be. But you're like, I know other people are gonna be disappointed, but I'm actually happy that that didn't work out because that's not what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go or what I wanted to unfold. I really wanna go this way. So that tells me this is the way I wanna go. So I feel like it's a message. Something doesn't work out, and it's the message you've been looking for to follow your heart and to go a different direction. So I like that for you. So I feel like that's the message for that. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. The wisdom within, right? It is this one here. And I'll try to show it, but they didn't work last night. I know I will never miss what is meant for me. Wow. I love that. Let's see if I can get it to show up. Maybe. You can see my fingers really up close. But, yeah, it doesn't go in there, but I like this. And basically, whatever's meant for me doesn't pass me by. So whatever this thing is that doesn't unfold, you're like, "That's it. That's telling me that wasn't for me. That means this is for me. I'm going this direction." So I like that. Alright, so that's what they have for you, Patricia. Many blessings to you. Oops, what happened? Hold on a sec here. Undo. What did I do? Oh, it just didn't do what I thought it wanted it to do. All right, there we go. Oh, it's yours as well? Are you on, Pisces? Are you a Aquarius Pisces cusper? Or you are, like, toward the end? Or are you an Aquarius? Alright. So we'll continue on here. We've got JoJo, so 11942 for you. Pisces, alright, very good. I have a stellium in Pisces. My moon, my Mercury, my Venus. Yeah. And I think my Chiron as well. So I got a lot. A lot of fun stuff. All right, Jojo. Sorry. A general reading for you, Jojo. Let's see what they have here for you. What do they want you to know right now? Okay. Got a raccoon. Yep. I like this here. Well, putting an end to the lying and deceiving. I feel like this is a confirmation of something that you had already planned to do. It's like saying, no more of dealing with this deceiver, this liar. um, when it's not so much that they're lying, they're just not telling let's see, they're not clarifying things when they know that what you're asking is, "What are you really asking?" "Oh, no. No, 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 no." And you're like, "It's stupid that I have to worry about how I have to ask you things because you will not tell me what you know I'm wanting to know. You're being picky about the words that are being said and blah, blah, blah. You're here, hey." So I feel like there is that putting an end to this, right? It's like, "Yep, I'm not gonna play these games." And it's funny, I mean, the death card is Pluto and Scorpio energy. Got the little Scorpio sign there. Let's see if I don't think it's gonna focus in on there, but oh, it's a beautiful card. Oh, it did. Look at that. Um, so it's about the secrets and um, you know, the mystery, and you're never knowing, and you're like, you know what? I want someone that is real and forthcoming and not a trickster. Not and it's not that so much a trickster, but they're a game player, and they just feel like this is the way it works, and you're like, "No, I don't wanna." Oh, wow. I don't wanna date a boy, I wanna date a man. Boys play games, men don't. That's funny, but it's so true. Yeah, ouch, ouch. I am a unique soul that has so much to offer this world. I love this here, right? So you do. You have so much to offer the world, and you deserve to have equal given to you as well. He got super triggered. Uh-oh. Busted. The the guilty dog, barks the loudest. Is that what they say? Is that just a United States saying, or is that all over the world? Guilty dog barks the loudest or barks first. All right. Well, that's what they have for you, Jojo. So enjoy. Chop, chop. All over the world. Thank you, Jaded Kate. They're like, yeah. All right. So Faith and Love, we have you up next. 12323. Look at that. And so, what are C's current feelings for you and intentions towards you this weekend? All right. Hey. So, let's take a look here. What are C's current feelings and then intentions? Nope, they didn't want those. Do you, it's not you that asks for the bottom of the deck, is it? I feel like you want to know anyway. We'll show you the bottom of the deck just in case. But let's look here. What are their current feelings? Yeah, we got the Earth Mother energy here. And, this Earth energy here, Earth Mother is, it's Empress, and there is sensuality there. There's a lot of emotion that's kind of behind the scenes. You'd think Earth Mother is Earth energy, but from the standpoint that I look at it, they roll over the four queens, and all the queens all get cups energy behind the scenes. So with the Queen of Cups, there's 5 parts water, 1 part earth, 1 part fire, 1 part air. So there's a lot of emotion, but you wouldn't know that because it's like the behind the scenes energy. So there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of sensuality, but there is a lot of sense of nurturing themselves right now is where a lot of their feelings are focused. Um, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil card, which is, Capricorn, Saturn doing the inner work, doing the shadow work, really focused on trying to clear up some long held thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve him. So we've got that. Oh, and he's a Virgo. So he's an earth sign. um, what are his intentions? Well, I feel like that they do. The heart does want to be expressed. This is a card unique to this deck. They want to express their heart. They want to have the courage to come forward. But and this is I don't often read that in this one. I read this earlier, but when the heart feels disconnected, then that's when we ask ourselves, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? And this would be another name they call the devil card, just the ego. So his ego is ruling, not and leading, not his heart. Otherwise, he would be expressing himself. But I feel like that's what his intentions are. That's what he wants to do. But I feel like this mind energy, the ego energy, is what keeps him from doing it. But all that said, they're telling me as well, of course, we're in Cancer moon energy right now, a lot of emotional energy. So if you're having interactions like yesterday, today, and into like half a day tomorrow, I believe. Let me just look it up since we're talking about it. Um, let's see. It goes into Leo. Moon enters Leo. Oh yeah, in the evening. So 7:09 p.m. Eastern time. So it's in the afternoon when it goes into Leo, which is fire energy. And that Leo full moon might give them the courage because Leo energy gives us the courage to step forward. So he might share a little more this weekend than he normally does. No guarantees, but the energy's there to kind of give him that courage. It's like a tequila shot from the universe of astrology. It gives us that, let's go kind of energy. So we'll see what he actually does, but that's what they have there. Let's see what your um, fortune cookie is here. You've got this will all feel kind of terrible until it doesn't. Yeah, it kind of explains it, right? You've got all that. It's like, yeah, I've been wanting him to do this, right? Yeah, that engagement spirit saw coming, right? It's like, come on. It feels terrible until it won't. Yeah. Yeah. You're just like, well, you might be just speaking the truth there. It's that waiting. I'm waiting. I'm like expecting it. It's a good reminder for us to go, you know what? I'm just not going to focus on all that. I'm going to focus on what I do appreciate, what I do love, yeah, and then we celebrate. So I like that for you. That's what we got for you, Faith and Love. So many blessings to you. Good to see you. And then Jaded Kate, you are 12828. Look at all these repeating numbers. I love it. Hey, Jaded Kate, good to see you. So you sent a message to, oh, that's right, Roland, after 8 years of no communication. How will he react and what are his thoughts and feelings about you? Who? No, I'm just kidding. You're unforgettable, you know that. It's more like his wife is saying, "Who's this?" I'm just kidding. We'll see if it pops up here. I don't, I don't I don't feel like he's married, but you never know. All right. Yeah, interesting energy that we get. The 3 of Swords here, which is expectations equal disappointment kind of energy, and the 6 of Pentacles, this, um because we're asking, how will he react and what are his thoughts and feelings about it? I don't feel like he's gonna react the way that you're expecting. So yeah, new phone. Who dis? Exactly. And it's like, yeah, he doesn't like react and respond the way that you're wanting them to. But his thoughts and feelings about you is the 6 of Pentacles. They're on one hand of the 6 of Pentacles energies, it is about abundant. They're like, wow, I can't believe that you reached out after all these years. But there's also this underlying energy, the 6 of Pentacles of like the codependent energy of um, there's the overgiver and then there's the taker energy. And I feel like this mirror that they see, which you have no control over, that they see themselves in it, and I don't feel like they like what they see, because I don't feel like they liked who they were and, um, how they acted and, the things they experienced. back around that time. And I feel like it, on one hand, again, this is the scales of the Six of Pentacles. On one hand, it's like, wow, but then there's also get some, these fears, these things from the past, bubble up and they're like, wow, because they get caught up in the feels from back then, but not the good feels. Um, on the one side of the scale. One side is like they think of those things, but then they also think of the other there. I just wanna verify, are they in a relationship? Because I just kind of felt like, I don't know, I was like, like they have a girlfriend or a spouse or a boyfriend or whatever, you never know. You're like, "Whoa, didn't see that coming." Let's see what we have here. No. Yeah, we got the high priestess, so they are off by themselves. The high priestess, they go up into the high priestess temple and, are by themselves to communicate and commune, so it does feel like they are alone here with that energy. So I just was curious because of the joke they made about the wife, but I was like, "Hmm, I don't know." So yeah, I don't feel the energies of, like, it's gonna go anywhere. I feel like it's a good release thing for you to realize and, like a final thing to move on from, and, um, because I do feel like there is something for you. Yeah, I love this one. It says, "I am love, I have love, I deserve love." So you do have love coming your way. But I don't feel like it's from Roland. I feel like there's someone else that's coming your way. I know, interesting. All right, so that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Sudeshna, good to see you. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. We'll step out of the free readings and whoops, my mouse went wild. There we go. You're very welcome, Kate. All right, so Sudeshna. Get you on the list here. All right. So your timestamp is 1:33:19. Here is your time stamp. We'll give your donation a love and a like since it lets me here. And so for this one, you want the upcoming week for you love, career, health, and guidance. Cool. And then we'll go on to your next one here. Let's give you a cheers real quick. Take a quick sip. All right. So for the week, love, career, health, disclaimer, of course, you know that one. And any other guidance for the week here. All right. So for this week, you do have a very significant empowerment energy that comes in here with the Emperor, the Sky Father, as they call it in this deck, because this is Aries energy, it is action energy. It's taking like stepping into authority energy. So it feels like a week of action, of being nudged, which makes sense with this full moon in Leo. It's very much about leadership and stepping out and what about me and I'm making decisions for me to step forward. So it is that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, but I like that stepping forward and taking action energy. For love, hey, you've got the star card here. I feel like with this one, you're really determining here, like, what is my true dream come true regarding love? Not the one that my mind has said, right? But it's getting into the heart. Because it's funny, I've never had them approach it this way before, but the star card is Aquarius energy, which is an air sign, but it's a water bearer. And they've got they're saying, "Here is the jar from the mind, but what's held within the jar is the emotions." And it's like a gift of your mind going, "It's time to look at your heart to see what your heart wants, because your heart your heart has threatened me, your brain, saying, 'If I don't have you look at your heart and see what your heart wants, they're gonna take me out. So, the heart goes, "If I stop beating, you stop living, mind. You better bring this to her." That's funny. It's a joke. There's no seriousness around health or anything, just so you know. But it is, um, around love. It's your heart wanting you to spend time getting to know what their dream come true is instead of the mind's dream come true. Um, Career-wise, yeah, 10 of Pentacles, it feels like an abundant week next week, like a feeling of fullness, a lot of work, a lot of action, um, and I feel like there's this, I wanna say, a false sense of security in coming around career where you're at, but that's where this Emperor comes in again. It's like, don't trust it. It's a momentary and it's not true, it's not coming to fruition. Like, if they say, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna have plenty of work and blah, 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 blah," it's like, don't trust that. I feel like with this, still continue that nudge to find a job somewhere else, is really coming in strong. Your health, you got the Sage. This is seeing things from a higher perspective, and I feel like you might get some knowledge or some clarification coming in here, with this. The Taurus energy of the Sage, which is the Hierophant and the regular tarot, is about the senses, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the 5 regular senses, not the 6th sense. But this is a change in the physical kind of, earthy energy. So there is a change to your health. It feels positive. It doesn't feel like it's, a change for the worse or anything like that, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with, um, seeing things differently and understanding things differently, with that. And then guidance for the week. Yeah, I'm glad I said you're not dying, but we do have a change of emotion here, ending and beginning energy, letting lower vibrational emotion go to transform it into higher vibration. And it's like there's this energy. The guidance is it's time to let go of the fear, the anxiety, you know, it's a great time for you to do this, um, because when you focus on your joy and your celebration and gratitude and unconditional love and play, your life feels fuller and it impacts every area of your life because it draws in things that match that. So I feel like this is a very important here. Again, the ending and beginning energy of the full moon on Sunday, the solar eclipse, new moon on February 17th is coming up. You're already starting to feel those energies of endings and beginnings. So there is a big nudge here of stepping into that. Right, let's see what your fortune cookie is for the week. You've got, yeah. What was I saying? What was all the big theme of change? Well, yeah, butterfly, beautiful butterfly. So we definitely have the change energy, transformation, adaptation, shifting from one state to another. So it is a big week of a great opportunity to embrace change, initiate change, make change, as well. All right, so that is for that one. Thank you for your multiple donations. For number 2, here is that timestamp. Boom, boom. Let's give that a love and a like here. Thank you again. All right. So you're going to Rashi on February 2nd. So how will the days there be from the 2nd to the 7th? Will you be able to enjoy the function on the 6th? How will the days there be? All right, let's take a So here's 2nd. So we'll do this one's the 2nd. Here's the 3rd. This is the 4th. We got the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. And then will you be able to go to the function on the 6th? All right. Wow. Underlying energy for the entire period there, you do have the Mother Earth or Earth Mother Empress energy, which is a harvest, it's abundance, it's self-care, take care of yourself, but it's a very abundant energy, so it feels like it's gonna be a good time here. The second yeah, the second is a little bit of conflict. I feel like getting there and the whole process of it all, there's a little bit of challenging, but don't, um this does feel like it's everyone else is having, like, a grouchy time around it, and not to feel like you have to solve everyone's problems and make everyone else happy. Just remember you get to choose for you and everyone gets to choose for them, and that's fine. If they want to be miserable, that's all right. That's their right. Let them be miserable. Just don't be miserable yourself if you don't want to be. So I feel like there's a little bit of conflict in getting there. Like it's not unfolding the way everyone wants to, and but then you get there. And I like that. And here's that card of change again with the number 5. The third you have the 8 of Wands. Yeah, so much planned, so much going on there. A lot of energy, a lot of movement that happens here. Um, so it feels like the day flies by, a lot of activity. Also, if there's something, um, like if part of being there has to do with anyone that's passed on the other side, or if there are family members. I feel like you're gonna get a lot of synchronicities and messages on that day, on the 3rd from them. Like, you're gonna notice something. Like, "I saw this number repeating a lot," or this, and it's them letting you know that they're there with you. So I like that as well. The 4th, right? 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Yeah, 2 of Cups. So I like that. Important relationship energy. I feel like there's some important bonding that happens there on the 4th with you. It doesn't feel like romantic love, but it does feel like there's, an important, close-knit, forming of a bond with someone on that date for you. The 5th, yep, the 5th, Wheel of Fortune, boom, boom. So this is a wonderful feeling of abundance, of course. Um, It does feel like the wheels of fate turn where you're just wonderful things happen for you on that day without you even trying, and you're just like, "Oh, wow. Who knew? Well, look what I found." It's like, "Wow, you found, this, you know, coin that's worth a lot." It's that kind of thing where it just feels like that day just luck is on your side and things are just flowing to you, and you're just like, "Wow, it's happening for me," kind of energy. And then on the 6th, this is where you're wanting to know if you're gonna enjoy the function on that day. You do have the 6 of Swords is the energy. I have another card around that specific question, but that day just feels like, again, letting go of old ways of thinking, looking at things from a different, perspective is making things move from choppy waters to calmer waters, and it's a good mental change that brings some great change in the outside world. And, are you able to enjoy the function? You have the 4 of Cups, which is stable emotional energy, and it's like, yeah, it's not bad energy, it's stable emotional energy. I feel like it's gonna be up to you to make it wow, right? Because of this Ace of Cups that you're leaning up against is your self-love. This is the stuff of the outside world, it feels empty. It's like, "Oh, it's the same old same stuff," but you're the one that gets to choose how much you enjoy it or not. But I don't feel like there's any obstacles, anything that makes it difficult for you to choose to have a good time, but how good of a time is up to you. I like that. I like it in your hands. And then the 7th. Yep, the 7th feels like you're like, "I'm gonna spend time by myself. I had enough of everyone." But it is Virgo energy. I feel like it's the 7th is a good day to rest and don't push yourself because that's hermit energy, and it's Virgo energy, which is body and health energy. And it's not uh, a scary energy at all. It's just it's time to rest. It's time to pull into your turtle shell because the hermit was a turtle and just rest. Allow yourself to recuperate. You've done enough. Time for nap time. Right? So I think that's what they have for that. Let's see what your fortune cookie is for the week. And you've got revenge. Are you plotting revenge? The Two of Swords that's on here is really standing out. Um, and I don't feel like the message on here doesn't feel like the message for the week for you, but the Two of Swords does, because the Two of Swords is the power of the story. Is it going to be a story of revenge, or is it going to be a story of higher vibration? I get to choose. So it's you realizing everything that happens that week just is, but whatever story you put to it is how it's going to impact you. But all that energy that was there is the weather that's there, the energetic weather, and you get to decide what you do with that. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for that one, Sudeshna. And we'll move to number 3 here. Let's see, Jojo. Oh, he's a 39-year-old boy. Yeah. Sometimes you enjoy a little revenge. Yeah, I can imagine. Past lifetime energy coming in for you, Jojo. That was for your reading earlier. All right. Too funny. So, Sudeshna, for number 3, let's dive into that one here for you. So, here's all 3 of your timestamps. Yeah, Jojo, did you ever see Princess Bride? I can see you being that character. I have come for revenge. All right. So, thank you. I give you a love and a like there on your donation, Sudeshna. And you want to know, so you're learning data business analyst. Sorry, there's a string here. To switch jobs in coming time, will you get good opportunities any time frame, or should you look for other technologies? Okay, we got the when cards over here too. So let's take a look here. What's up, Montego Montoya? You killed my parents. I'm here for revenge. All right, let's take a look here. So will that bring good opportunities? The data business analyst will pull a time frame card. And anything else? Are there any other technologies that could be even more helpful here? So time frame. All right, thank you. Boom, boom. All right. So we've got the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is an action, taking an action card. Taking an action card. Yeah, that's right. I said that right. So it's about taking action and movement and inspiration. It is a new beginning kind of energy there coming in. The 9 of Cups on the bottom, as far as time frame on opportunities, we do have March 1st to March 10th. With the 9 of Cups, a dream come true energy. We got Jupiter, which is growth and expansion energy, in Pisces, which is dreamy energy. So I feel like there is this ending and beginning energy here for March 1st to March 10th here, on movement, opportunities arising here for you. Let's see here. So, um, will you get good opportunities from the data business analyst? Yeah, in fact, you got movement of wands, which is the knight of wands, which is the fire horse, movement energy, and the 2 of pentacles, which does feel like 2 opportunities in the outside world open up. So 2 ways to go there. Um, is there any other technologies that could help here? And you got the spirit of wands, the king of wands. This is just, it's like whatever, it's the way they're saying it, and they say this with all love and respect, is it doesn't matter what you choose to do in your life, your energy is what's going to make it successful or not. It's not the what of it, it's the how of it that puts all the energy behind things. Because there's people who have no education, no training, no nothing, and they're billionaires because of their energy, of what they focused on, and how they had this positive, gratitude, go, 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 and they ended up making stuff happen through their energy, and that's that Ace of Wands. You got the movement of Wands, the Ace of Wands, so you got the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands. Powerful energy is about action, right? And then okay, and then you got the Page of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Any other ones? No. But this is all this energy about endings and beginnings, taking your energy to a new level. So there is this message. It doesn't matter what, it's what energy you're putting out is what you draw to you. So um I like that. And there is this card here too, which the 5 of Swords is about a battle between your head and your heart. The Full card is Uranus energy, Aquarius energy, which is about doing things differently, getting rid of the expectations, getting out of your head and going, what is it? And this 9 of Cups really is about the dream come true energy that's coming in here. And it's, you could do anything, but what is it that you want to do? Because if you end up kind of pursuing what you think your mind is supposed to have and should and all of that, then there's this, it's like we're trying to get somewhere, to some sort of, we're attaching to an outcome, we're attaching to something that we're trying to get to, instead of embracing what is right now and with gratitude and finding out, how do I want to enjoy this life? Because if you're a human being, not a human doing, and so it's like freeing yourself from that. And even you got on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Universe card, the last card in the major arcana, and you got the Full card, the new beginning. You have this ending and new beginning energy that's really coming in here and going, what is it that would make your heart leap for joy in doing for your career? If money didn't matter, if nothing else mattered, what would your heart want? And that might be like I don't know. I've never been able to ask myself that because I've always been told who I'm going to be and what I need to do. And until I pause and really reflect and ask my heart, what is it that you would want to do? What does bring me joy? Where's my passion lie? Not, out of fear or trying to live up to expectations, right? And then you've got an obstacle, yeah, which says a situation that makes it difficult or prevents something from happening. But that's our mind. That's our mind that keeps us from moving forward. Our heart wants to go this direction, but our mind goes, nope, nope, you can't do that. It's like, really? Watch me. So I like that for you, Sudeshna. So hopefully that resonates. That's what they got for you. Thank you again for your multiple donations. Appreciate those. Right. Let's make sure here. I don't think anyone else came in. Nope. All right. So we'll continue back to the free readings. Let me just get these set up real quick here. Up next, we've got User PC and then MM, then Livier Bagara, and then Maria P, and then Moonlight. And we have Fairy Tale, and Cat Mia, and then Ateshi Singh, and then Minu, and Andre, I think, if I'm saying that correct. And so that's where we're at for the free readings right now. And so I'm going to take another quick sip and then we'll dive back in. So cheers, everybody. Thank you again for all the thumbs up. I just want to express my appreciation for that. It does help spread the Zen love, shows me you're enjoying the readings, and also helps draw in more people to be able to feel the love. So thank you for doing that. All right. So one more shuffle. Let me move these cards back over here so I remember them. All right. So User PC, you are up. Hello, hello. is your timestamp. And you want a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Right. I feel like they do want that one. They do want that. I feel like this top one too. They're going to give you three. So these two came out together. You got the Spirit of Cups and the Movement of Pentacles. Whoops. So the Spirit of Cups is the King of Cups, and the Movement of Pentacles, of course, is the Knight of Pentacles. This does feel like love here. We'll see what this other card is here in a sec. But this is the slow-mo card, right? It's the slowest moving knight because it has to do with the physical world and things moving slow out there. And the Spirit of Cups, the King of Cups, is an energy of it's a balance between head and heart, but it's one of my cards that comes in that they'll show it to me in my communication with them, that it's about finding someone who's compatible, someone who just fits like a glove, this wonderful balance. They're not like all in their head and don't know what an emotion is, or not all emotional and an emotional wreck and emotionally unstable and can't communicate. This is someone that can communicate their emotions, that's intelligent and in tune with their emotions too. It's like, oh, finally, right? So this is this wonderful it's taking time, but whenever we get a slow moving card, for me, it gives us an opportunity to question some old thoughts and beliefs and let them go, and some old emotions and letting them go, and some energy that doesn't serve him anymore, letting it go. And even in things in the physical world, I'm purging, letting some stuff go. It's like I'm creating space, both mental, emotional, and energetic and physical, for them to come into my life because it's too crowded, right? And you've been doing this, but it's like fine tuning. It's letting some stuff go. And that's what's happening. The slowness when it comes to relationship is happening for you, not a punishment happening to you, but it's giving you the time. And the more you raise your love vibration, then that's what speeds things back up. Your other third card here, yeah, we got the Justice card. Libra energy, dealing with the house of relationship, right? And the Ace of Swords here, seeing things from a higher perspective. So it feels like a lot of what's being done is more in the mental area of beliefs, of expectations of some things that just you're like, it's what you were given growing up. And you're like, I've always believed this is who someone should be. They need to, you know, be this type of person or whatever. And you're like, why? They don't. I'm releasing that. It's that kind of energy. So I like that for you. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here too. There it is. And that you can search the entire world to find someone to love, but there's no one more worthy of that love than yourself. Wow. How perfect with what we were talking about here, right? Let me see if I can get it to show up a little bit better there. But yeah, this is you are the one you've been looking for. You know, your self-love, raising your self-love is what all of our journeys are about. Because everyone that we, um, both romantic, but also family, friends, coworkers, whatever, the relationships I have with people are a reflection of my self-love. And the more I raise my love vibration, the greater I can give love and receive love from the outside world, as well. So I like that. You're realizing I'm the one I've been looking for. And then when you meet this other person, it's just they're above and beyond extra. It makes it even more solid too. So I love that for you. Right. That's what they got for you, user PC. Many blessings to you. And we got MM. You are up. Boom, boom. Here's your timestamp. And you like a general reading for Saturday and Sunday. All right, for Saturday. And then this one's for Sunday. So Saturday, I got the 10 of Swords. There's like this, I'm sick and tired of living up to everyone's expectations and doing what everyone else wants, and tired of feeling disappointed that other people aren't living up to my expectations, and I'm tired of fearing or feeling like I'm a disappointment to others, and I'm just tired of all these roles. I just want to be and there's this freedom energy that comes in with this ending of mindsets with the 10 of Swords coming in. So it feels like a freeing feeling for Saturday, and kind of this don't do things out of obligation, do things because you wanna do them, and say no. say, wait.
No.
I have to use my no button to whatever you want. You don't have to say it like that, of course, but you can say no to things you don't wanna do, and it's okay. You're allowed. It's your life to live. Sunday, yeah, again, you've got this ending and beginning energy. This makes sense. We do have the full moon, happening on Sunday, which is, a culmination, ending, beginning energy that comes in. But I feel like this weekend, it just feels like you're don't worry, I'm not picking up energy of you. This is the last weekend you're on earth. Enjoy it. No, this is like you're choosing to end things, to end people pleasing, and doing things because everyone else wants you to do it. And you're going to be, so there's like this opportunity to birth things that you want to birth and end things that you want to end. And it's very empowering and it's great energy around it too. If you haven't checked out my Leo full moon, it's um what is it called? Making the most of full moon energy, and it's a video that's out. I have the playlist is down in the description box or description area of the video, or if you go to my main page, it's on there as well. And I'll post it at the end of this session too when I get there. But it's very great energy about it's me energy with Leo full moon, but it's also about how can I use be true to my authentic self and help the collective of the world. So not doing what everyone wants me to do, but being me and allowing myself to help the world in my way by being myself. So it's very much supported there. So I like that. Right. And then let's see your fortune cookie here for this weekend. You got what did you learn from this connection? So maybe you're ending a connection with someone because this is about, you know, what did I learn from it? Not what am I learning from it? What did I learn? Meaning kind of past tense, right? So I feel like that's what's coming up here right now. MM. So many blessings to you. There we go. All right. And then Livier Vagara, you are up. Hello, hello. Here is your timestamp. Boom, boom. And how will things unfold with Johnny, with his working crew towards you coming in? All right, let's take a look here. So, based on current energies, all right, boom, boom. All right. So, how will things unfold, Johnny, working? Because we've got, I know this doesn't look very exciting because it's the 2 of Cups is there's this relationship type of energy that's there, but the 3 of Swords is uh, doesn't unfold as expected. So it's like there's something there. There's this kind of partnership energy with this, um, it's recognizing it, but it also doesn't unfold the way that you would again, it's all about the unexpected, and it's just like, "Huh." But it doesn't feel, like, horrible, it doesn't feel, like, unexpected in a "Wow, so unexpected," either, it just feels like, "Huh, that's unexpected. That's interesting. Didn't see that coming. Oh, okay. I don't know what's this." It's just feels weird energy, just, like, again, unexpected, abnormal, like, out of left field kind of energy of all right, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. It's not what I wanted it to be, but it's not the worst, but it's odd. So that's the only way I can kind of explain it. I feel like you understand it. You're like, "Yeah, I get it." Let's see what your fortune cookie says here too. Yeah. Yeah, and these I'm gonna give you 2 because these 2 came out and they do want me to give both, and they're small. It says, "Don't let life be a collection of missed opportunities. Take a breath, try again." So, you can take that how you will. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. Maria P., you are up. There is this is for your free reading and one a general for you, love and work. All right. So one card for love, one card for work. Oh, no, they're giving me two cards for work. So yeah, for love, you got the star card, dream come true energy. And again, this clarity around what your dream come true is. And I like this for you. I mean, regarding love, it's, you know, I like this kind of what do you feel, of course, you're loving about the relationship that's unfolding with you and Wally, right? And then just being honest, not to focus on it, but just to be honest with it. It's what do you feel is missing and why is that important? That's the key is why is it so important? Really understand why you have the belief that you want something in a relationship and why is it important to you? What does it mean? What do you think it means? And is it really what it truly means? Wow, they're going deep on that one for you. And then work, you got the Spirit of Wands and the Innocence of Pentacles. Yeah. So you got the, King of Wands, which is about what is it that you want at work and um, deciding not from, again, the mindsets of supposed to be and should be and expectations in the mind, but the heart. What do you want? What do you truly want for work? Put a plan together and take action. And then you do with that Page of Pentacles, then there's abundance that comes. But if you're kind of just going along with what's happening and you're not putting together a plan, like a career path plan. God, I used to my company I work for, they it's like half of my job was managing, my other half was being a career counselor, which I love doing. That's the part of the job I loved is, "What is your dream? What do you wanna do? How do you wanna get there? I have ideas if you'd like." And I would give everyone all these ideas on what they could do to develop skills and get there, and that's the kinda what you need to do for yourself is be your own career counselor and go, "What is it that I want? What needs to happen for me to get there? Let me do the research, let me find out, and let me take steps to get toward it." But it's you doing it, and I feel like that's both of these energies is, both of your, love and work is investigate, decide, and I'm gonna initiate. I'm gonna get rid of stuff that doesn't matter, and I'm gonna focus on what do I want, and I'm gonna, make it happen kind of energy. So I like it. And this is the great timing with it, with all this, eclipse energy and full moon energy, for us to do that too. All right, looks like you get, um, 3 cards? Looks like you get 3 fortune cookies. So for love, take care of your rarity. Yeah, be true to your authentic self. Don't try to be what you think you're supposed to be. Who do you wanna be? I like that. For work, you've got close the chapter. Whoops. Glad you didn't get that for love. Close the chapter, and then focus on the inward connection of your divine being. And what I feel this means for work is close the chapter on what you think you're supposed to do. Realize you're a divine being, an eternal being, and you don't have to become something to define yourself as worthy or to feel what your worth is. Look at it from how more you want to express and enjoy life and figure out what it is that you would love to do at that job or even a different one. If you're like, you know what, I've always wanted to be a nurse because I love helping people and I love poking people with needles. So I want to be a nurse. No offense to any nurses out there. That was a joke. But it's like finding out what your passion is. I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Maria. Many blessings to you. All right. Then we have Moonlight up. So Moonlight. Here's your timestamp. This is for your free reading. Thank you for your donation earlier. So is R going to give up contacting you, or is he holding on to hope for a while longer? All right. Based on their current energies, let's see what we got coming in here. You know, I feel here that it's kind of both in a way, because the 9 of Pentacles is hermit energy, which is kind of the giving up energy. I'm gonna go spend time by myself in spirit, but I'm gonna spend time by myself. And then the Ace of Swords is, and then I'll come back around and make new contact later. So, it does feel like that's their MO, right? Well, if I don't get the result or the response I want, then I'll just step away for a little bit, wait for the dust to settle, see if things have changed, and come back around, because I feel like that's worked for them before with you and other people before in the past. Is if I wait long enough, they become desperate enough, is that what he thinks? They become desperate enough that they'll be willing to do what I want them to do, and I won't look as, not bad, but I won't I'll look more appetizing. So it's not that I'll look bad, I'll look more appetizing, because it's like when someone's hungry, they're gonna be like, "Well, okay, I'm gonna look past some of the other stuff, and that's fine." It's like if I'm gonna eat only vegetarian now, and they're like, "Well, you're starving." And you're like, "Well, I'm a burger, what's one burger? You can have one burger." "No, no, no." You know, until you're starving, and then you're like, "All right, one burger's not gonna hurt." That's funny. Your fortune cookie is, "I listen to my intuition, and it never leads me astray." So, yeah, trust that intuition of yours. You know your little spidey sense goes off with him, so, all right, that's what they got for you, Moonlight. So many blessings to you. All right, we got Fairy Tale is up at 213 even. Whoops. Try that again. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. There we are. So there's your timestamp. And thanks for being a new subscriber. You want to know, how does Amir think about you after you left and his energy towards you? All right, let's take a look here. So, how do they think about you and his energy towards you? I'm just going to pull an extra card here just for being a new subscriber. I normally do like 2 cards, but I also want to know how they feel about you, because with humans, we have like 2 entities, our thoughts about things and our feelings about things. We also have our energy and different things, but those are the 2 big things that can be totally different. Like our heart can be like, "Oh my God." And our mind's like, "Nope, you can't do that," because it's like 2 parts of our brain, 2 parts of our existence, right? So their thoughts about you after you left, yeah, they're trying to figure things out with the Justice card, trying to look at things from a different, on one hand this, on the other hand this, trying to look at from a higher perspective, but also getting caught up in their brain, getting caught up in, especially with this being Libra energy that rules over the house of relationships. Um, it is an energy of, I'm trying to just clarify, what is it that I do want? What is it I don't want? How do I really feel about you? I don't know. Let me, really analyzing and getting stuck in their head, kind of in an overthinking kind of phase, kind of energy. The emotions under the surface, yeah, they got the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands. That's more passionate energy, not so much emotional energy. And when I get a card of Wands and Fire when I'm asking about emotions, it tells me that they don't have a whole lot of self-love where they're at right now, and they kind of grew up learning to express their emotions through action, movement, physical attraction, energetic attraction, more with motion, not emotion. So I feel like they have trouble, at least in the beginning, sharing emotion. That's more the other that's coming in here. Um, his energy towards you, well, we got the Lovers card there, so they do have this feeling of this draw, you know, just this you're important to me, energy, even though they are having trouble getting their mind around it and expressing it with their heart. I feel like in the core of who they are, they're like the energy is I feel like we're drawn together and there's something here, but they're just probably getting this really mixed messages and this confusing kind of like, "Do you know what you want? Do you know what to do do you know what's happening?" Like, I'm not getting a clear message both from mind and heart, right, from them, and but, like, it's like I know that I'm drawn to you, and I feel like there's something there, I can't explain it, and I can't understand it, and I can't express it. So, that's kinda where they're at coming in here. Um, let's see what the fortune cookie is here. What else do they have here for you? Yeah, not choosing is still choosing. Yeah, right? So it's like, yeah, no action is still a choice of an action. And so you're like, all right, you're telling me what I need by your action. This is you saying to them, by your actions or non-actions, your words or your silence, you're giving me a message either way. Because if you don't know, that's a message. It means you're not smart enough to know that I'm an amazing person. Right? I want someone who recognizes how amazing I am, and if you can't recognize that off the bat, then I'm kind of concerned about you. Alright, so that's what they have for you, fairy tale. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. Right. Hey, June. Good to see you. Boom, boom. As soon as you put your questions out, we'll jump down to you. I just have like 4 more free readings here, so I'm gonna jump into those while we're waiting. So, Kat Mia, you are up. Well, that's not gonna be right. But 21788. Not in this timeline. There we go. 21758. So, guidance on what you should choose for BV. All right, let's take a look here. Of course, there's no shoulds when it comes to spirit. It's like asking them what kind of ice cream you should eat. They're like, what flavor are you looking for? So, I'm going to give you, since it's a free reading, 2 cards. It's like if you have 2 choices, whatever you feel choice number 1 is, and then what you feel choice number 2 is. So the energy around choice number 1, it's an abundance energy. It's Mother Earth, Empress energy, birthing of something new, but really about harvest and choosing from the heart, choosing from not the mind of supposed to be's and should be's and that, but making a choice from the heart, and getting out of the head. Yeah. And then choice number 2, yeah, the 3 of Wands. See choice number 1. No. 3 of Wands is choosing to go a different direction than you thought you would normally go there too. So, I feel like it's like saying here, the guidance on what you should choose is follow your heart and go that direction, and then, oh, what's choice number 2? See choice number 1, and I feel like they're pointing back to that. The choice you should make is the one that makes your heart sing, that makes your heart feel full, where you feel like you're being drawn with your heart and your passion and your energy, not from the mind. The mind going, "Well, this is what you should choose, this or this." They're like, "Get out of your head and into your heart," is the big, uh, messages there. Alright, and let's see what your fortune cookie says here, see what else they want to give you here. All right. And you've got the universe will never let you fail. Wow. There is no wrong choice. Is really what that's telling me is there's no wrong choice in life. And that's what they were saying is like there's not a good or better, better or worse, a right or wrong choice. There's just different choices with different experiences and different outcomes. So what outcome are you looking for? Then you know, it's like, that's the ice cream. Well, am I in a mood for chocolate or caramel or what am I in the mood for? Then I know what kind of ice cream to go for. But I have to know what mood of for ice cream am I in, right? Oh, I want ice cream. All right. So hopefully that helps, Cat Mia. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Hey, Swaru Bobby. Good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. All right. Ateshi Singh, you are up to 2111. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. And you want to know what was Hugh's energy towards you today? All right, let's take a look here. All right, we got these two in this one. What do we have? These two together. Oh, well, all right. What about this other one? Yeah, kind of a split energies because this one, these two cards came out together. The Tower card is, you know, this energy of sudden endings and a beginning of something free of expectations. But then also the movement of cups, the Knight of Cups, movement of heart as well. And this is why it feels like a split, but it's like the heart wants to move. The heart wants to express itself and share itself. But it feels like with this Tower card, with the Full card, they're like, no, we don't want expectations. We don't want it because that their mind is that if you move into something romantic with someone, that there's all these rules and supposed to be's and intentions and explanations and blah, 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 all these expectations. Suddenly you're in the negative and their mind doesn't want a cage, doesn't want expectations. So even though their heart feels like it wants to move, the mind is like, nope, get back here. It's like has a dog collar or one of those little child harnesses on the heart going, nope, get back here. You're not going anywhere. So it feels like their mind is no, no, run. We don't want this. It's afraid of failure. It's afraid of not living up to expectations. So it has that in there. So let's see what your fortune cookie is here, Tashi. Over time, this will hurt less and less. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's realizing maybe they don't have the ability to bring you what you want. And it hurts in the beginning, but when you realize, I want someone that can give me what I want, not, you know, having to dim my light and settle and do this just because I'm afraid I'll never find love. It's like, yeah, but that's a prison. You don't want to be miserable because you're always pursuing trying to get them to give you what you want from them when they can't give it to you, right? It's not fair to them, it's not fair to you. It's not fair to the person down the road that can give you that, and the more time you're focused on someone that can't give it to you, you're delaying and moving down the road, right? So hopefully that helps, Satoshi. That's what they have there for you. So many blessings. Hey, Leslie, happy Friday to you. Oops, sorry. Can't see behind the microphone. All right. So we'll continue down here. So Minu, you are up to 2427. Here is your timestamp. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well and you'd like spirit messages for your current situation. All right, let me take a quick sip here. Cheers. I think this is getting toward the bottom there. It's starting to steam a lot. Let me switch my hot tea over there, or my cold tea, to make it hot tea. So, spirit messages for your current situation. What do they got here for you? Yeah, it's going to have to be a change of mindset here because you got the Seven of Swords, which of course has to do with our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that cheat us out of opportunities, that deceive us. And the Devil card is also the Capricorn Saturn energy, the shaking and the rattling of the cage of the mind. And so there's this conflict energy that's coming up here, and it's I feel like the guidance that they're having here is the trigger that's coming up that feels like trouble, that feels like challenge, that feels like disappointment or failure, whenever they have that kind of energy that comes up, it's being brought up to us for us, not as like, ha ha, look what you're believing and what it's doing. It's triggering so that we could see that we have the trigger because it's already working on autopilot below the scenes. We already have this thought and this belief that's deceiving us and making us think this is what you should do, this is what you must do, or a belief that what they're doing means something about you, what they're not doing means something about you, what they're saying means something about you, and what they're not saying means something about you. And that's all a lie. That's what we're taught growing up. We're defined by everyone else's actions and non-actions and words and silence, and it's like, no, you're not. That's a small t truth rooted in fear. It's untrue. That's the deceiver, deceiving, deception energy, the lie that's there. And the Capricorn shadow is what comes in, the devil card with Saturn energy that comes in to go, look, this is not true. This is like self-imposed cage of the mind that's holding you back. And so you begin to question, why does this bother me? What's at the root of it? What fear is at the root of this? And then you get to see clarity that comes in and you see the cage that you, like all of us have, built around ourselves growing up with our thoughts and beliefs, all these opinions that were handed to us from other people growing up. And we just took it as truth because we didn't know we could deny it and say, no, that's not what I want. We're just like, do it or else is kind of what we felt. And so we just created this cage. But this is about freedom that can come in here as you question those things. Yeah. And so we've got here your fortune cookie says, what are you holding on to that you need to let go of? What um, old belief that no longer serves you um, needs to go for you so you can be free, right? Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. Right. Then we have Andre. You are up. Here's your timestamp. Hello, hello. There you go. And then does Moof Dog want to be my girlfriend? All right, let's take a look here. Based on their current energies, let's see. Do they want to be your girlfriend? They're thinking about it. Because you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the tuna for you, and the wheels are spinning, the wheels are turning. The Knight of Swords, they're seeking clarity. I feel like they got like this hope with the Wheel of Fortune that that who they think you are, but I feel like they're wanting more time to gather more information, if that makes sense. So they're, having this, hmm, um, so it feels like the wheels are turning like they want to, but I feel like they're careful for some reason here, probably because of people putting on facades before and pretending to be someone that they weren't, and then they found out, no, that they weren't who they, made themselves up to be. Even the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, is an energy of, taking time. It's the slowest moving knight. They wanna take time to make sure kind of energy. Even the 4 wands on the bottom underneath that, which is the marriage card, I feel like, because they brought in this, don't don't go on a date with someone who doesn't make a good mate. And I feel like they're just not that they're testing you or whatever, they're just wanting to make sure that their perceptions, they're not deceiving themselves and that they're seeing things clearly. But it looks good. It looks like they're in that direction that they would, but I feel like they just need a little more time to be secure around what they feel they're perceiving, if that makes sense. Right. And then your fortune cookie is, how can you be grateful for a past experience that shaped you? I love this because this is something that can help, in a relationship. When we focus in on expectations of who someone is supposed to be and should be and blah, 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 that's what sucks the life out of a relationship because we end up focusing on what's not happening instead of like this gratitude energy. What am I grateful about what has happened between us? What am I grateful for in who they are? What's happened in the relationship, how things have progressed, and sharing what you're grateful for about them is definitely something that we all would love to hear, right? We don't wanna hear how we're failing and who we're not being and how you're falling short, right? We wanna hear how amazing we all are. It's human nature. And when we talk about what we're grateful for with each other, we wanna give more of that, plus even more, right? So, hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Andre. So many blessings to you. All right. And so, Root Bobby will circle back around for your free reading here, but June was so generous in waiting to post her questions till I was done with the free readings that we had from earlier. So, thank you, June. You either did it purposely or um, subconsciously. So thank you so much. All right, let's take another quick sip here and we'll dive into your readings here, June. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Good to see you too. All right. Ooh, dun dun dun. Oh. We're gonna get into some tea tonight, aren't we? All right. Let me just finish that up over there. All right. So June. Your first question, we got 232.40. So thank you for your first donation and grab the popcorn. I get it. All right. So when seeing SS and K last weekend, um, SS tried to share something, but Volcano kept interrupting. What else is new? Not sure what they were wanting to say, but it made me wonder if SS made their decision. Ooh. Oh, this week, right? Oh, and then there was the reading on SS. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. What was this that they wanted to share? Okay. And then why was the volcano interrupting instead of erupting? The interrupting erupter. Let's see what's below the scenes on that. And of course, we'll ask here, has SS made the decision and communicated it with, K, right? All right. Well, we definitely feels like they were wanting to share some sort of decision. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sky Father, which is the Emperor, Aries energy. I've made some decisions, the Emperor says, right? They're like, I've made a plan and I'm putting it into action kind of energy there. But let's see here. Yeah, so we'll start with these here and find out what was it that SS was trying to communicate, right? Yeah, Ace of Swords. I have something to announce, a new announcement. So they definitely, it was something intentional that they did want to share. It wasn't something that they were just trying to talk and being interrupted. They were wanting to communicate something. The Four of Wands. Oh, they're getting married. I'm just kidding. That would be a shocker. June, come back, come back. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, the golden child, oh, there was someone else. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I see you. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. So the Four of Wands is, it's a joyful celebration, I feel right here. I know, I figured. I'm like, "June, are you there? June?" Luckily, I saw you still typing. I'm like, "Okay, she didn't pass out." No, but this is, like, something that they felt is a celebration or a joy, but, let's see what else is here because it just they wanted to share something that they're very happy about. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles, that is a card of change, um, but this is like a lack energy. Let me see what else is here. Yeah, the Judgment card, the Calling, and the Sun card too. Again, joyful energy and this leadership energy with Leo energy taking the lead here. But that lack energy, I I feel like they wanted to talk about them moving somewhere and pursuing something that they've always wanted to do. So it's interesting, the energy that's here. I'm gonna jump to the last part and to see, have they decided and communicated it yet? Yeah, well, we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the 10 ending energy, and the 6 of Pentacles. Feel like it's mutual, with it here, or, I feel like they decided, but you know how that goes. I said that reminded me of a comedian. They go, they're doing the crowd work, and they're like, "So, are you single? Are you dating?" And they're like, "Oh, no, we broke up." And they're like, "Well, who decided?" And I go, "It was mutual." "Oh, so they did," is what he said. Whenever everyone goes, "Oh, it was mutual." "Oh, they broke up with you then." So it does feel like a decision's been made, here, and I feel like there was is this energy here of how it's like how Kay wanted it to be communicated in a way, right? Which is, um, I found an opportunity, I'm gonna be moving away, or I wanna pursue this different opportunity, and it's best if we go different ways. They wanna make it like it's geographical why we're splitting up, not, because it's my fault or because I'm bad. I feel like that's what kinda Kay wanted it to be is, "Look, I have this joy, I have this opportunity, I'm gonna go do this, um, and so we're just kind of going to try this separation, we're gonna try long distance," but they're really not. I almost feel like there's that kind of is what, Kay wanted it to be, right? But let's see why they kept interrupting it to be said here, because yeah, it's a new adventure. There is this new adventure. It's, going somewhere else, but what's beneath the surface here? Yeah, I figured the fear energy. Fear with the Lovers card and the Heart of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like I feel like I feel like they were like, I don't I don't want you to say what we agreed that you were gonna say because I'm realizing it as as we're in the situation where I want you. Like, I played it in my head when we were discussing how I wanted you to kinda go about it. It made sense in here, it looked fine in my head, but then when they were in front of people and they were gonna share it, they're like, "Oh, that's gonna be so stupid, no one's gonna believe this. Everyone knows we've been having nightmare relationship here, and no one's gonna believe, this is something that's been percolating for a very long time that's coming in here." So I feel like That's why they interrupted because they were like, "No, no, don't, no, don't do it." I don't, you know, it's like, I thought this was gonna be they're showing me something like, "Here, give this present to someone," and they realize it's gonna be, like, a really sucky present, and so they're like, Don't give that to him. We'll give him something else later." But it's like, "Yeah, don't say that the way I wanted it to go because, um, it's gonna be stupid. No one's gonna believe it." Because he's like, What?" You know, it's obvious. It's I gotta think of a different story, to save face in a way, right? Interesting. So let's see here. So let's take a look here and see what the fortune cookie is for that here. And we've got the bridge. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can. Yeah. I think you can read it. Wait a minute. There it goes. A transition to a new situation, environment, or event, supporting movement and progress. You can't make it up. So it's like, we're going to go over this bridge. And they're like, let's not communicate that yet. So very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. So, okay, so that's for the first one there. So for number 2, 24228, let's do your second one. Oh, thank you for your additional one here. There we go. Hey, Jazz, good to see you. Hello, hello. Hey, Maria P. I think I just got a PayPal. Is that for me, Maria? I'll look and see who that is here. We got a couple from June here. So I know this is interesting. So number 2, reading on SS and K this week, the beginning and ending of February. Also, when will SS take physical action to leave? All right, we'll take a look here. All righty. So, so for this week, oh yeah, it is the last. It's really the like for this week, for what happened this week with them, because this is actually next week is the beginning of February. Wow, can you believe that? I can't believe that. All right, let's take a look. So for this week, boom, boom, boom. Okay, and of course, the T beneath the sea of tea below the surface. Okay. And then the beginning of February. Okay. The end of February. And let's see, we got this one here. That one's under there. And then the when. We'll use the when deck here. Based on current energies, when will SS take physical action? I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So let's take a look. Energy on the bottom of the deck, just for this whole period, is the Ace of Cups. Self-love, fill in my own cup energy. So definitely cheers with the chalice. So this week's energy, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning energy. Let's see what else we have in the outside world. We have the Sage, seeing things from a different perspective. And the Hierophant is the ruler over change as well, with that major arcana number 5. and the 6 of Cups. Past life. Someone coming back from the past. Huh, wonder who that could be. That's interesting, with, like, the golden child energy. But what is all this change? Let's see what's below the surface here. We got the Devil, Capricorn, Saturn energy, the shaking and the rattling of the cage, and the 8 of Wands. Wow. What is this with this week here? Because there's definitely something that rattled the cage, with the Devil card here, because that's the challenging, long-held thoughts and beliefs and mindsets usually, but it's also like our thoughts and beliefs just and the 8 of Wands is a lot of energy coming in, a lot of, um, sometimes it can be a lot of passion, but it can be a lot of, friction, a lot of energy that came flying in, and but it definitely feels here something with the 6 of Cups, someone that's coming back from the past, that's coming in. It's interesting, and we'll find out from your that dream, the dream you had with the golden child. I feel is a part of this, whenever we get the 6 of Cups, someone coming back. But I also feel like it's, um, someone else too. But I feel like there's people coming back from the past in both of their lives in this new beginning, this change, this new beginning. And even the Taurus energy of the Hierophant or the Sage, they call it here, which is all the senses, sensory, sensual, but not to each other. I just feel like there's some, some interesting, energy with this, but it doesn't feel like combustive, It doesn't feel like, "Oh, I discovered something," and explosion. It just feels like, I almost feel like someone's been contacting K, and they're realizing how SS feels about the golden child and how they feel about this other person from their past, and realizing I don't know if I wouldn't call it an epiphany of, and that's why I feel like it's mutual. It's like, well, it's not maybe in the end, it's like kind of, yeah, maybe it's best that we go our separate directions and we both have people in our lives that we would go back to kind of energy. So that's interesting. All right, let's see what else we have here with the beginning of February, because that's just next week. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I mean, we do have the moon. So we have the full moon energy that kicks off on Sunday, but there is this, the hidden does become revealed next week, I feel. And it has to do with here the 8 of Swords, leaving behind old ways of thinking. And the 10 of Cups is, moving towards joy and even relationship energy. But there's this flow energy with the 8s and the 10s that this is flowing here. So I do feel here what's below the surface. The Heart of Swords, the Queen of Swords, got a balance energy between head and heart. It feels very oddly calmly communicated. And with this energy here, but the Leo energy of the full moon with Aquarius sun therein. If you haven't checked out my, I just put out a video a couple days ago, yesterday, a couple days ago, the making the most of the full moon energy for the Leo. We talk about the Aquarius sun in opposition to the Leo moon, which is the drawing in of I got to be me, but how what's best for the collective energy kind of coming in there too. But interesting, that this feels like there is communication, but it's calm communication, and it's about flow, but it's the hidden is revealed, I feel like, in the first week, next week, or within the first 2 weeks anyway of, February. End of February, what are we looking at here? Yeah, we got Magician card, which is action energy. We have the 7 of Wands. I gotta be true to my authentic self, plus hissing energy. But I'm not dimming my light, I'm not needing to defend myself, I'm just gonna be myself, and things are flowing here, and we got the 2 of Pentacles. It's a very balanced energy, that coming in here, the timing energy that's coming in, so it feels like I don't know, it just almost feels like a letdown that it's not as, dramatic as we thought it was gonna be. Nah, I'm just kidding, I'm not into drama. But let's see here, what's the date here? We have the physical leaving. What is this? We've got the Cancer moon energy coming in with the 4 of Cups, which this is a maybe. The timing is July 12th to July 21st is like the physical movement energy, but that feels like that feels like too long. That's coming in here, but, um, just with the fluctuation of all this energy, because that's based on the energy of today, not, um, depending on the choices, uh, being made and communicated. Once they communicate things, let me see here, because they're showing me, like, this huge map of all these possibilities, and they're kind of highlighted based on the current energies now. That's what it is. But like next week, when these possibilities of changes are made, it could be this or this. And so they want to say that next week there's some decisions and changes that come about when it's communicated. And what does this change? That's funny. Wow, we got July 2nd to July 11th. So, one moves it a week earlier. That's funny that that one moves it a little bit. This other one, um, this is funny with the 9 of Wands. This is like December timeframe, but this is like, um, going backwards. They're like, "This should have already been," like, "This is, like, way past due. This is like moldy bread that should have been thrown away a long time ago," which is funny because 'cause they're like, it all depends on I don't know, they're just showing all this, um, persistence and resilience and, kind of energy that comes in. They're just showing that the, um, let's see, it's not the volatility of K, but the, inconsistency with, um, K is what does all this stuff because one day they're like, "Yeah, this is best for us," and the next day is, "No, we need to stay together." The next day it's like, "Yeah, we need to tell everyone," and then, like, when we're gonna tell everyone, "No, no, 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 we don't wanna tell them yet," So there's this energy here. Yeah, what happened before July. But I just feel like it's so when we're predicting the future with as unpredictable as K is, it's just, like, all over the place, right? This or that. Did we talk about them having a ADD or ADHD? Because it's like, um, trying to, you know, pin someone down like a hyperactive child that you're trying to, you know, tell them to sit down and sit still, and you're like, "Good luck," unless they're not on their you give them some caffeine, it settles them down, right? But I just feel like they're all over the place but, and that persistence energy of that they even though they agree, they still then try to persist and try to make it look different, try to make it look better, but then, what if this, what if that?" And, they just, start, um, really looking at, the reality of things. When it starts to look too real, then they flip out, right? Let's see what else we have here. Um, but I feel like we'll find out more when when they actually announce it. We'll get more like paths will crumble away because the escape routes are cut off. If that makes sense. Let's see here. Yeah, that 2 of Pentacles we had, it's all about time. Because here's that, thing here. Situations that are timely or take more time. So that's the whole thing. It's timely, but also takes more time. But maybe not, because it's like if you before it runs out, if you suddenly flip it over, then it starts going, and then you flip it over again. It's like, "Quit it, you're cheating," like when people would play the games where there's a hourglass and they would, "No, no, no, stop that. Your time is running out." Wow, so interesting. Alright, so that's for that one. I'll look at your next one here. Let me just grab these, other ones here. So we've got here, so Jazz, I see your question here. Let me make sure I didn't overlook anyone. Nope, okay, so let's get you on here. And then we got Ankita Moore. Hey, Ankita. Got your free question. We'll get that on the list here too. Brenda Globy. Hey, Brenda. Get you. Oh, I'm running out of space here. There we go. Okay, thank you, Ankita, for your extra. I'll add that onto your question there. All right. Boom, boom. All right, so I got you guys on the list. Hello, good to see everyone. And we'll go to your third one here, June. So thank you for your multiple donations. We got 258 even. All right. When will the announcement of the separation be made? I feel like it's going to be in the next, by the reading, it was in the first 2 weeks, right? Um, of February. It feels like that's when the hidden of the moon gets revealed. Let's see here if they'll tell us anything based on current energies. Is this one it? No, August 12th to September 11th. That wouldn't be right. King of Pentacles. Yeah, let's see. I feel like there's so much unpredictability, but what is that? I feel like there's a couple attempts that SS wants to say something, but then K goes, not yet, please not yet, please not yet. Kind of energy that comes in here. But yeah, here we got the 2 of Pentacles again. The 2 of Pentacles is that timing. That was the one with the uh, hourglass in this deck. So it's all about they keep taking this going, here, we're gonna tell it, no, let's not do it yet. All right, let's go ahead. No, no, let's not do it yet. No, let's get no, no, let's not do it yet. So I feel like there's a couple, but it's that's why I feel like they're like, well, it depends on SS because at some point they're gonna be like, I'm telling, or I'm gonna tell a couple people. And then they know that it'll once they tell one person and they're like, well, but don't tell anyone. They're like, okay, bye. Don't tell anyone that I told you though. Okay, I won't. Hey, don't tell anyone I told you though. it goes around the lines. It's like what do they show? Oh, Practical Magic when they use the PTA emergency to call the other women to create a circle, you know, that's funny. All right. All right. So for number 3, so that night you had a dream. Kay was sitting down. Okay was sitting down accusing SS, "Oh, you don't love me anymore. And you don't care about me," etcetera, etcetera, right? And then SS was standing up, but saying nothing. And in your dream, you were hovering above them. SS was holding their phone upright. You could see 2 people in a split screen on the phone. On the right was the golden child, and the other was someone else. So they're reading on this dream why the golden child's pick on their phone and who and why was the other person pick on the left side of their phone. Oh, yeah. So this I feel like we kinda got a little taste of that with that they both have someone coming back from the past. So I feel like that's what you were picking up. Let's verify here. So who were these 2 people? We get the 6 of cups. Okay, we got those. Got those. So 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. So 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Oh, how interesting. We got the Hierophant again. This is the card that we had in this last reading. This was the sensual energy that was coming up. This was the exact card we were talking about. Wow. With the that there's 2 people coming from the past, right? Yeah. Could be, but I feel like that, um, because they weren't showing anyone, but I feel like it's trying to be like a secret, right? Like, Kay doesn't want everyone to know that it's, that or this, whatever. They're trying to make it look like, um, we're separating because we're choosing have this possibility and they have this possibility, and we're just feeling like it's best, a long distance relationship won't work, and so we're going our separate directions, and that's not that, you know yeah, that there's this, "Uh-oh, whoa, who knew that with K," right? Ooh, you didn't know that they, batted for both teams, did you? Just kidding, June. You're just like, "What? Wait a minute." Well, let's see what comes in here. So we'll get clarification in here, because we got all this 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we're gonna start with these because these are, like, side by side like you would see, um, 2 pictures, right? So we got the 9 of swords and the spirit of wands. Yeah. That's funny here that we've got the nightmare on one side and the king of fire on the other. So it's like, I feel like for your dream, this was Kay on one side of the phone and the golden child on the other, and the comparison that was being made, and that SS didn't wanna show Kay that, "Look at the difference between the 2 of you." Like, I have you side by side on my phone here, and, I feel like because one's a nightmare and then the others would be a golden child, right? Spirit of wands, king of wands, Leo energy, golden, mane, you know. Let's see what else we have here, as well. So we do have the Justice card here, which of course is Libra, rules over the house of relationships, and the Eight of Pentacles, which is this energy. The Eight of Pentacles is like transformation. It's like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly. And here we are on the scales. Again, the comparison energy. On one side of the screen is the caterpillar. On the other side of the screen is the beautiful butterfly. And they're realizing, I thought you would change. I thought you would transform and be who I thought you could be. So I feel like, in a way, SS kind of fell for the possibilities of who K could be, seeing their potential of, I know this is who you are, and that's who they were really attracted to, not the current state of the caterpillar. They're like, "Ew, you're a bug, but you could be such a beautiful butterfly." But they're seeing the butterfly on the screen next to the caterpillar, you know? So I kind of feel like that's reinforcing that. Let's see what the other we've got we've got 4 sets of 2 and 2, right? Yeah, oh my gosh. Talk about on one side of the screen's a camel that will spit in your eye, and the other is a beautiful swan, one that feels like a burden, one that feels like a breath of fresh air with this Ace of Swords, seeing things from this higher perspective that brings a gift of communication, right? I like that. Was it from Aladdin? Watch out for the camel, they spit. So I feel like this is a lot of what was happening is you're seeing the comparison and that they didn't want, you know, um, Kay to know that they're comparing them to this unrealistic goal, going comparing a caterpillar to a butterfly, going, "You could be that, but you're not. It's unfair to compare you to them, at least to your face." Yeah, and then, we got the 2 of Cups versus the thorny the thorn, um, so the one that, again, this beautiful connection versus barbed wire and swords. And even though you're a pretty rose, there was all this other that's here too. So I feel like that's what this dream was about, was that energy. But it also, I just feel like it goes back to, this does come into play with, of course, the decisions that Esses is making there. So very interesting energy there. Anything else with this? Let me see. Did I get everything in the dream? So you were hovering above them. SS was holding their phone. Two people split screen. On their right was the golden child. And the other one was someone else. And then, yeah. Why was the other person on the left side of their phone? The right hand of God and the left side. So why they were on the left. But, yeah, and so this does, again, this senses and the sensuality and the change and seeing things from a higher perspective, um, just really or coming to their senses, right? But I feel like that's what this was about here, especially, when you have the golden fox and the nightmare on the other side, really, comes into play there. So interesting, right? And we'll see what the fortune cookie brings in too. Oh, god. Send in the clowns. A sarcastic personality, joyful times, and the effort to seek enjoyment. It's the combination of it all, right? We've got the sarcastic personality on one side of the phone, joyful times on the other side of the phone, and then the effort to seek enjoyment, which was the sensual, right? The senses. I want to enjoy my 5 senses. So interesting. That's what they got for you, my dear, on that one. Hopefully that gives you enough of what you were looking for there. And again, thank you for your multiple donations. It's like we're getting so close to things. Um, but it is interesting how I almost feel like it's K realizing the end is nigh and then trying to make it where, of course, this is where a lot of their insecurity comes from is what people think about them and that they know most people that they were hanging around didn't like him, and they were like, "Well, at least it can be, you know, that we're leaving not because of who I am, but just because of decision we make, and that in the worst case scenario, at least they know that we found other people, that we're going back to people that are more we're more compatible with. We both are, you know, going back to people we're more compatible with." So it's interesting. Anyway, so that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. Right. And then Maria, you are up next for your second donation. Thank you again for your donation via Zay PayPal. So those are your two. And then we got your completed your free reading already, I think. We did a free reading. Yeah, we did. Dun dun dun. Uh-oh. It's like slide him a little piece of paper, like, you did in grade school. Well, I never did, um, long story, but they had, people had put, you write, "Do you like me? Yes or no? Y or N?" And they would circle it and give it back. You can did, um, "Have you guys decided to end your relationship yet? Y or N?" Slide it across the table. Alright. Alrighty, so Maria, we'll take a look here. So, you wanna know, based on current energies, will Wally and you continue? Okay. And then what's coming the next 3 months for you guys? Yeah, right? Too funny. Next 3 months for work for you. Okay, put that one here. Okay, they want that one too. Closing the chapter and with what? Okay. The ladies I work with, they act so cold and rude with you. Why? And then what is it Wally misses the most of you? Okay. So, will Wally and you continue? Oh, 4 of wands. This I think is a yes. It's joy, joyful celebration. It's also a marriage card. Just saying. What's coming the next 3 months for you guys? A lot of emotional fog, which is good. It's a lot of different emotions coming out of the fog, trying to see above the fog. So, there is more working out of things, more working out of emotions and stuff. It's nothing serious. It's just allowing yourself to feel the feelings and feeling different things. It almost feels like your guys' emotions are becoming more real in that you're not we're becoming more comfortable with one another, in addition to farting in front of one another, you also start letting down your shields more and more where you're your true selves more and more. And there's just some revelations of some emotions and, you know, it's like, this realization of, not everyone's perfect and it's all right. And it's about loving the different things with each other and learning that with each other too. So I like that. Next 3 months for work for you. Yeah, you got the moon card. Phases, going through all the phases here. Below the surface, you have the 6 of cups. It's almost like there's because this is an emotional energy, and when we were talking about, um, you deciding what is it that you want from work, I feel like this is what's coming in here. You are deciding what emotions are below the surface. What haven't you revealed? What haven't you allowed to come up? Because the 6 of Cups is like a maybe like a childhood dream of what I wanted to do with my life. Again, it's that kind of realization of what does my heart want from a job? I mean, the moon card is the ocean of emotion and not the mind, but I feel like you're really discovering what you're wanting to do for work over these next 3 months. It's like you're just getting that clarity. Are you closing a chapter and with what? Yeah, I mean, you definitely are closing a chapter, because you have the 8 of Cups, which is walking away from something that doesn't serve you anymore and heading off into a dream come true. I feel like this is work related because that's what we talked about in that's where that chapter was ending, was had to do with work, not, because we were like, I'm glad that we didn't get that fortune cookie for your relationship because that would mean you're walking away from Wally, but this feels more it was related to your job is where you're walking away from there. The ladies you work with, why do they act so cold and rude to you? Yeah, Page of Wands, your fire, your energy. It's also, this is like you can see like this little the energy that's being put out here, right? Um, and so the way I want to put this, I'm trying to put it in a way of how they're showing it to me, but we'll put it this way because I feel like this will make the most sense. Because the energy that I am putting out that either consciously or subconsciously that they don't like me and they have it out for me. You have these beliefs and these emotions either you know that they're there or they're subconscious and they're unconscious below the surface. But it's putting out this energy of you don't like me and you guys are cold, you are rude, you're trying to get me fired, you don't like me, you're jealous of me, blah 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 blah. All this energy that you have this below the surface is attracting more of that to you, right? Something you can try is try as much as you can not to focus on that energy and focus on what are the things that I'm grateful for each person. What am I grateful for with them? What am I grateful for them? What am I grateful for them? And think about what is it that they do well and what am I what because there are things that you're grateful for them. It's just hard to see past these other fears and these other beliefs, right? And something that you can do is, even for Valentine's Day, this is a great thing. Bring him a flower, bring him something with a little thank you note. I appreciate this about you. And you can do it like that way. That way it doesn't maybe seem odd, or you can do it even separate from Valentine's Day and just say, this is, you know, coworker appreciation day. And I just wanted to say, these are the things I appreciate about you guys. And see how that changes your energy. You don't have to go do that if you don't want to, baby steps I know. You're like, "Brother Z, you're asking too much." You can start with the thoughts. And then what is it that Wally misses the most about you? got the movement of cups. And this is interesting. This is the romance. They miss romance the most. And it's as I'm diving into the energy, I'm going, what does that mean? Um, they're thinking about when you guys first started to hang out and there was very little expectations and it was very romantic because it was all new and um it wasn't, because there's no expectations, it just felt like everything was, "Wow." Now there's, like, expectations, it takes a lot to get up to wow. Now, this much just gets us up to, "Alright, you did what you were supposed to do," instead of, "Wow, I'm so grateful that we are able to hang out together." Thinking back about the times when, um, like, I wonder if I'm gonna get to see him this week. And now it's like, I've seen him 3 times. When are we gonna have like, when are they gonna stay every night here? It's like, wow, we get used to and take for granted things um, that were like a miracle before. Now we just like, it's normal and we take it for granted. I think that's what the energy feels like it's about. So, and then yeah. We got the cold here. And I don't feel like this is like the energy between you and um Wally. I feel like this is between you and your coworkers because it's emotional detachment or lack of empathy, being unfeeling or not showing emotions. So they're bringing this back to, when you are, why are they being so cold? Why are they being so rude? Let that remember everything we see in other people is a mirror about something that's existing within us too, right? So, how am I being rude to them? How am I being cold to them? Is one thing you can ask yourself and kind of reflect on. The other thing is, how am I being cold to myself? How am I being rude to myself? Those are the mirrors, right? So, I like that. All right. So, that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donations. I appreciate that. Cheers, cheers to everybody. All right. So I think that was it. Let me just refresh this little inbox here. Make sure nothing else came in here. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Okay, there we go. So, we will return back to the free routines. Let me see. I don't think anyone else came in. Let me just make sure. Nope. All right. So, who we have up next? We got Sarut Bobby, and then Jazz, and then Ankita Moore, and then Brenda Globy. That's who I have left. All right. So let's get these all ready here. All right. All right. Let's jump in. So, Swarut Bobby, you're at 32417. All right. And then, so hello. So, this coming week reading, please. What's coming towards you? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. We want that one. Oop, and then want this one right here. These cards over so I don't forget them again. So, we've got the Heart of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So, it's very much a week of new birth, of harvest, of especially the physical world, things coming in here for you. Um, Yeah, I mean, it's very much abundance, 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 new opportunity coming in here. And if you have to make a choice around opportunities here too, the Queen of Pentacles, the Heart of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Choose from your heart and make choices that are for you, not for everyone else, right? No self-sacrificing. This is all about you, baby, next week. It's, choose what's for you, what feels abundant, the new opportunities that are for you, things that you wanna do, things that bring you joy, um, rather than, "Oh, this is what's best for everyone." It's like, no. It's like if someone goes, "For your birthday, what restaurant do you wanna go to?" And you're like, "Well, I know everyone likes to go to this one, so let's go to that one." It's like, no, they're asking where you wanna go. You choose and go, "You know what? I wanna go to this, Mexican food place," and people are like, "Oh, Mexican food?" And you're like, "It's my birthday. If you wanna go, that's where I wanna go." You know? Just suck it up, it's my birthday. So I like that that energy of choosing for you for once. So I like that for you, Swaroop. Let's see here. Your fortune cookie here. Nope, none of those. What's your fortune cookie? All right, there it is. Come on. I think it was this one here. Okay. Yeah, I like this. So I'm going to give you two. You have take your darkest experiences and transmute them into light, and I am exactly where I'm meant to be. So I like this that it's, you know, trusting that everything that's unfolding is for you. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And that to every experience, there is a silver lining, there is a gift in it. And, um, and to look for that. So trust that you're exactly where you need to be and for this moment and that there's a gift in it. If I look for it, I'll see it. If I look for the horror in something, I will see it. So it's look for the light because there is light always there. So hopefully that resonates. That's what they have for you, my dears. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Jazz, you are up. It's going to be your timestamp here. Boom, boom, boom. There you are. So I want to know, should you be restarting your unified writing project and you'd like guidance from the universe? All right, let's take a look here. With spirit, there's no shoulds really. There's just more different decisions with different experiences and different outcomes. They don't have like a, well, this one's better or worse. They're just different. What would you like? It's, should I be eating Rocky Road ice cream or should I be um, having vanilla ice cream? And they're like, I don't know, what mood of taste are you in for? So what we'll do here is we'll pull a card for if you restart your unfinished writing project, what energy do you get? And if you don't start your unfinished writing project, what energy do you get? And then you can decide what tastes better for you. So if you restart that unfinished writing project, you got the Hermit card, which is about, staying true to yourself, by yourself, communicating with spirit. They're like, you'll end up being alone a lot. If you don't, then the Six of Pentacles is there is abundance, there is this collaboration, there is this balancing and interacting with other people there too. So I feel like that's coming down to they're like, if you start that project, you're gonna need a lot of alone time. If you don't, then you're gonna have a lot of interactions with other people. And they're like, which would you prefer? And that's interesting that they bring it in that way. Um, because they're like, in order for it to be successful, you're gonna need to pocket away time out of any kind of social circles to spend time with just working on that. That you're gonna start dating your unfinished writing project because 'cause you're gonna have dates, you're gonna put them on the calendar. It's gonna be a regular you're gonna have a relationship with this unfinished project, right? So that is what they have for you there. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. All right, you got the process is the worst until it isn't. So they're like, it is kind of frustrating. Well, is that the word frustrating? It can be we can become impatient, and it can be frustrating when you're written, you're trying to go back over what you've written, try to write new, and it's like, it becomes like work, it becomes daunting until it isn't, right? And so it's interesting. But hopefully that helps, Jazz. That's what they have there for you. So many blessings to you. Hey, Anna, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the donation. Hello, hello. I have a couple more free readings. I'll complete those while you're typing up your questions, and then we'll jump down there. So, Ankita Moore, we got 3, 31, 13. Yeah, look at those threes and ones and mirroring going on there. So, in your office, when will the existing senior leave and new one come? And will the new senior teach you the work the current one doesn't really teach anything? Actually, the current senior was leaving office from today, but stayed, but some more time, and he doesn't put an effort to teach interns. Okay. All right. So we'll do a when card here. So when will the existing senior actually leave and the new one come in? So based on current energies, and will they be someone who actually teaches and not just you're a workhorse, right? We got February 9th to March 20th. Isn't that amazing? So they actually be leaving here very soon. Um, Anywhere between February 9th and March 20th. The King of Cups energy is a beautiful, diplomatic, balanced, wise, calm, caring, loyal, faithful individual. So it does feel like this new senior coming in is going to be a wonderful balance between heart and head. Someone who's very compatible, someone who will teach, someone who will share information. So I love that. So good news. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. Well, thought that was going to be it. Nope. All right. Yep, nothing's ever permanent. It's a good realization that, you know, uh, everything, you know, enjoy whatever's happening in the moment, knowing that the good things don't last forever and also the bad things don't last forever. It's a good remembrance there. So I like that. So, Anna, I just have one more free reading, and I know you're gracious and generous, and you'll let me just complete Brenda's, and then I'll jump to your question. Just have one more left. So 333:43. So Brenda. Here's your timestamp. And you want to know, what did HL think AS would ask him when they said, I have a weird question for you? Oh my gosh. Let's see what that's about. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, we've got the 3 of swords and the 7 of swords. So there's a lot of, um, wow, because the 7 of swords is about deceit and lies, and the 3 of swords is about expectations and disappointment and fear energy that comes in here. Um, I have a weird question for you, and I feel like immediately HL went to like, "Uh-oh, what have I done wrong? And what have I done? What am I hiding? What are you know, what are the things that I'm keeping from you? Uh-oh, am I about to get busted on something?" And I feel like, they were just like felt like it was gonna be a trap that, you're gonna ask me something, and, um, you're waiting for me to answer when you know the answer already, and I just feel like they felt like it was a trap, for some reason. I have a weird question for you. Uh-oh. So interesting. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in for that too here. What has brought you joy today? It's a trick question. If it's not me, who was it? So interesting energy there, but that's what we have, Brenda. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. All right, Anna, thank you so much. You're so sweet. All right, so let's get you up here on the donations. And your timestamp is 33607. 33607. Boom, boom, boom. So thank you for your donation. We'll give that a love and a like there. All right. So following up on two items mentioned last night. First, you mentioned lots of energy around resolving the government bill. Looks like you were right. Changes from being furloughed to not. Yay! Tonight you received word from your former boss. There will be a lapse in appropriations, but not a shutdown. As of now, it's business as usual. Monday. Yay! Last night we also mentioned someone from your past will be contacting you tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Energy check on if that is still the case, who it will be, and what is it that they have to say. All right. Yeah, who it could be. Who could it be? Okay, so I see that the T is this. So these are your questions. The other ones you were giving an update. So I love that. Thank you for that. All right. So let's find out here. Energy check on, is it still the case that the person from the past, are they coming here? Let's see, what is this here? Yeah, we got movement of wands. Didn't we give wasn't it wands that was coming? It was the wands. I remember the wands. Because you asked, is it a male or a female? I'm like, it was wand. Well, here comes the movement of wands. So I feel like it's still on. It's still the case here with that. So who will it be? Let's take a look at that. See if we can know who it is. Who will this be? Got the movement of swords. So it is a communicator. Innocence of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So, and what else? And the 10 of Wands. Energy coming in here. Let's see here. Another Wands card. I know. It's just amazing how it pops in there. So this movement of swords, this is someone who communicated regularly with you when you guys were communicating. The innocence of pentacles is an energy. They're saying there's something mentioned about someday. No, it's not someday we'll get back together, but they're like, there will be something like there'll be a better time for us in the future, or like it was poor timing right now. If we met at a different time, it would have been different, if that makes sense. And the 10 of Wands is an energy of what was feeling like having a lot of burden in their life. Now there's a lot of abundance in their life kind of energy. Almost feel like this almost feels like the elevator man. Let me find out here. What do they have to say? This might help us understand who it is too. But I was getting like this inkling, but we'll see here. And I want this one here too, these two. Well, So the bottom, we got the moon. Got the moon energy, and we got the oh, yeah. We got um, Empress, and we've got the 6 of Cups, someone coming back from the past energy here too. So I like this. But, the moon, Cancer energy? I don't know. Well, we'll see what those are about. What's this moon energy? Feel like well, we know you love the moon, but there's something that might help you understand who it is, something to do with the moon and nature. I don't know if you guys were out under the moon before, or you're gonna meet out under the moon. Let's see what we have. Let's just dive in here. Got the 4 of Wands and the Movement of Cups. Yeah, a lot of joyful events, and I feel like so this is what, this is it would be here, right? You would be surprised if it's that later you had a dream about Doug. Who's Doug? Your blue shoes, bright blue heels. Well, whoever it is, this movement of cups, is movement of heart, but inviting to go to some sort of event. So it's like there's this, you know, some sort of event that they know you would enjoy going to, that they would enjoy going to, and they're inviting you to go, I feel like, to an event of some kind. So maybe you are gonna wear black pants and bright blue high heel shoes. Oh, with kids and stuff. Well, there you go. So that might be them then, right? Let's see here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity, and the Devil card with the Saturn Capricorn energy coming in here. What is that about? Do you have a Capricorn connection with them? But there's this, yeah, 'cause it's a new opportunity with Capricorn energy. Let me see what else is here. There's another card to the side. Let me see. I've got the Cancer moon energy again coming in here. But there's all this the Earth Mother, the Moon Mother, the Chariot is the Moon Mother, 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 Mother energy coming in here as well. Hopefully, this is doing something for you. I'm going, what is all this about? Yeah, and we have the Hermit energy, the Alone and the Four of Swords, resting and alone time here as well. But so it feels like there has been a lot of time left over to think about things, and it's been going on for a while. And maybe, who knows? He said 3 years ago, you got 3 swords, time to think over the 3 years and, uh, kind of think about things. But this mother moon energy and earth mother energy being all over the place here. Capricorn. What's this Capricorn? If you don't know, I'm gonna pull more cards because I'm like, I keep looking at it and I'm like, "What is this?" And they're like, "Capricorn." And I'm like, "And what does that mean?" Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. Alright, I'm gonna move all the other cards out of the way here, and I'm gonna use a different deck because 'cause I'm gonna find out what this Capricorn is. The Capricorn puzzles you. Capricorn. Whoa, that was loud. Going back to the original tarot here. So tell us what this Capricorn means. What? Why are you doing this to me? All right, let's see what this is about here. Oh, okay. So, with the 4 of swords that they had, now they're telling me that I put all these other cards. The, um, the time period, the 3 years has allowed us for both of you to question a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you had around different things in your life. Because the first card that came out, Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight. When we get cards like this gives us the opportunity sorry, my voice is trying to go away, to not talk. Um, there's this, it gives us the opportunity to question things so that we can let those beliefs go, so that when we start raising our vibration, it speeds things up. It allows more cohesiveness, which one of the things that was in that both of you kind of looked at was the 5 of Pentacles, which is the fear of being left behind, being left out in the cold, not having enough, not being enough, not enough of maybe time, but there's this lack energy that needed to be faced by really both of you, maybe more so on their part though. And that this is what allows now, I feel like whoever this is, if it's not Doug, it's someone else that they've been learning and growing. And the King of Cups is that wonderful compatible energy between the head and the heart, and this more solid foundation in worth, that it's not based on the outside, it's based on the inside. So I feel like there is that energy, and again, this Wheel of Fortune and Magician is the ending and beginning energy of the 10 and the ace of the major arcana, but it is the wheels of fate turning, and this wonderful energy that's being brought in, that both of you will have this energy of knowing that you have everything you need within yourself, that you don't need someone else to complete you, and that the other person's above and beyond extra, and that it's a different approach than you guys had in the past. So that's interesting that it's coming in that way. And all that mother moon energy though, there's just all that energy of self-nurturing with the Empress energy, which makes sense with what you just said. And Mother Moon, just the emotions below the surface. But yeah, and then what's on the bottom of the deck? The Moon card came out again. So interesting. Let's see what else they'll tell us here with your fortune cookie here. Hmm, interesting. Endings and beginnings energy, which is the act of bringing an event, process, or period to a close, a state of being, a state of being final with no continuation or progress. So I feel like this is, but then there's this resurrection where it comes back from the dead. It's interesting because we have the new moon that's standing out here too. Well, I need to cut my fingernails. I got all this stuff. It's like very big on the screen. But, but it's interesting. So it does feel like something's coming back from the dead. So there you go, my dear. There you go. It'll be exciting see who this is, but especially if you had a dream about them, I feel like that's like an important piece of it, there. That would make sense, but, hopefully that helps. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, everybody. Well, I think that is everything that I have currently. Um, we do, of course, we mentioned we have a Leo full moon coming up on Sunday. If you have not gotten into the giveaway, we've got here my full moon drawing. Every new moon and full moon, I have a drawing for the chance to win a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my hedges of energetic hedges. I have 2 available now, the Peace and Love, Hedge of Peace and Love, and then the Hedge of Health, that you can choose from, which I just introduced the Hedge of Health, which is on sale, up till February 12th. It's, $35 instead of 50. This, link tells you all about what that hedge is. And for the Leo full moon, I did put out a video about making the most of the full moon energy for the release statements and the affirmations. So if you haven't checked that out, and you want to make the most of that wonderful Leo full moon energy, be sure to check it. And then also, we've got the Easier Path is my podcast, and we just put out one out. It comes out every 2 weeks. We have another one coming out next Thursday, but this one was called Easing the Pain. So if you wanna check out that, the playlist for it all is down in the description area of the video, or if you go to my main page on the channel, it's also up there. The playlist links are up there. So, I love it, and thank you guys for all the thumbs up too. It does help spread the Zen love, and, so you show my channel or me a little love, and it also helps, spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys for doing that and being that. See, Anna, you said you didn't interact in your dream, but he was watching you from across the room. Stalker! What do you remember most from the dream was really loving your new blue shoes. Well, there is that, you got the, it was the, celebration card, like an event, so maybe you get to, if you don't have blue shoes, you get to go, um, buy some for an event, or you're gonna go to Vegas and, be able to have some blue suede shoes like Elvis, right? I love it. Well, we shall see. We shall see what's unfolding here. Be very interesting. All right, my dears. Well, I am going to head off, and is it almost 9 o'clock? I might have a little late dinner. Um, yeah, you want a pair. Yeah, you can wear it to an event. So beautiful. Shopping. All right, everybody. Well, I am on now Wednesday through Sunday night, starting at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'll be back on tomorrow night and Sunday night too. So if you want to join me, I'd love to have you. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life that you are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I say again, much love, hang in there. Enjoy your full moon dreaming. I'm sure, Anna, maybe you'll have a party tonight. We'll look for the blue shoes. All right. Much love to you guys. We'll see you soon.